Hello, hello, and welcome to a very special stream tonight, where I get to engage in a guilty pleasure of mine and hopefully help some people out along the way, which is kind of a win-win, right? Uh, Tonight, we're talking about, you guessed it, Japan. Um, I love, love Japan for many, many different reasons. There's no such thing as a perfect country in the world, but there's some things that they do that are pretty near perfect, and I love it. Now, before we get into that, though, all right, I just want to welcome everybody to hit that like button. If at any point you feel so inclined and you like what you're hearing, maybe if it's helpful or useful to you, also, if you want, you can subscribe. I don't know if I'm going to have any more Japan content, but you can check out the other content and be like, hey, if I want to see more of that, subscribe. Sure. I just broke a thousand. I broke 100 subscribers. It feels like 1,000. I feel like this is it's sort of a goal that I've been pushing towards, but not like super heavy pushing, but like I'm really happy to have achieved it, and it's pretty exciting. And I just want to say thank you to every one of my subscribers. And to everyone who's tuning in right now, thank you. I'm pretty sure Robloxix, you're in and around there somewhere. Uh, and we are waiting on Freaky Monday to get on in here. He's the one who bought tickets to go to Japan. So I was like, hey, do you have like questions and that? And I'm sure he's got a lot of questions, and probably I can't answer all of his questions, but I want to try and answer as many as I can, and also answer any questions that you guys might have, whether it's in the chat, if you're catching me live, or in the comments below, if you're watching this after the fact. So, feel free to weigh in, ask some questions. If I don't know, I will just say I don't know. And if I can't find out, I'll say I don't know and I can't find out. But my wife, she spent like 15 years of her life in Japan. My younger brother actually is a very avid traveler in Japan. He's actually much more accomplished when it comes to travel in Japan. And he would I'll probably bounce off any questions that are for areas outside of where I'm familiar. For me, it's not a ton of areas. I'm not at all familiar with uh, Hokkaido, all those areas up there. I know it's really good for you can find some reliable snowfall in Hokkaido. Oh, Spinne has joined us. Hello, Spinne. Welcome to the stream. And I don't know much about the northern tip of the main island here, but I am familiar with Kanazawa and this sort of region right here. This is sort of where my part of my wife's family comes from, and so like I've visited there with her, and so I'm a bit more familiar with this. And there's some absolutely beautiful country up here. Uh, there's an extra space at the start of the third sentence in my description. I'll edit that. Don't you worry. All right. Don't you worry. I'll fix that. I'm also fairly familiar with certain regions of Tokyo. Tokyo, in all honesty, if you're going to be visiting Japan, Japan is a very big country. Well, not very big as in like square area, but a lot of people there. And there is a ton of history. So you've got just a ton of history, a lot of subcultures, a lot of different people. And so, like, it's impossible to brush all of Japan with one brush. So if you only know Tokyo, you don't necessarily know Japan as a whole. It's a very nuanced, very large population, yet homogenous in a very weird way. So they're very much alike, but very much different in a lot of ways. So it's a very interesting country in that regard. I'm also familiar with Chiba, Tokyo, areas of Tokyo, and certain areas along the coast here. I've visited Kyoto for a little bit as well. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm gonna sort of talk a little bit about like areas that I've really enjoyed. Gonna try and come at it too from like, hey, if you're like a computer person and you're visiting Japan, like where should you go? And, what about Akihabara? And, what should I do there? And so there's some really cool things about Japan that I'm just going to sort of lay on you. Initially, you can, as a foreigner, purchase a JR pass. So you get sort of a rail pass that allows you for unlimited rides. And I recommend this if you are going there and you just want to do a fast and furious drift around the entire country. So you get that JR pass and you can just hop from city to city to city to city. You do have to pay on some Shinkansen, aka bullet train, the high-speed trains. Some of them are not included in the JR pass, so make sure you read it very carefully, especially when you're planning out your trips. I thought of like a trip and I went through like an itinerary of like traveling around, from like Tokyo up to Kanazawa, and then like down to like Kyoto, Osaka, and then all the way back up to Tokyo again to leave. And honestly, that whole ring on like even like Shinkansen high speed trains, it was like still cheaper than buying JR Pass for 7 days. And so JR Pass is great if you're just like going all out and you're going everywhere. It is also good for local stuff, but it's only under the JR company. So there's a lot of different lines. You see, this one here is JR. This little spotted line, but some of these are not JR. There'll be. I think this is a different company here. But certain lines are owned by different companies, and some of those will honor your JR Pass, some will not. It all has to be, I believe, under the JR company, so you can't really go on all of them. But it is an excellent idea. Google Maps is excellent if you're looking at planning, especially within Tokyo. So like if you're planning on doing like a trip within Tokyo, 1 week it will be a packed week in Tokyo for you to see a good portion of it in a week. You'd be doing crazy amount of stuff every single day, and you'd be super busy. So if you're doing just a week, I recommend maybe just Tokyo on your first go. Or if you're a little bit more like, hey, I want a little bit more of a different flavor, maybe go to Kyoto, which is the old capital. And there's a lot of really cool old buildings there, a lot of old culture that's been preserved. Kyoto was one of the few cities that wasn't like fully flattened and destroyed with bombing in World War II. So you get to enjoy a lot of old architecture there. A lot of the stuff in Tokyo is new builds. There's very, very few old buildings in Tokyo. So if you want to see like old buildings and that, don't go to Tokyo. You're going to want to go other areas. Like Kanazawa has some really nice old buildings as well. There's like an old samurai house there that you can go and visit. They have, there's a Kanazawa Castle there as well, which is really beautiful. But is the brightness weird? Is it because maybe it's because I have HDR on? What if I turn off HDR? Does that make it a little bit less weird maybe? Let me see. Or will it just destroy my stream? Let's see. Will you kill my stream if I turn HDR? Let's see. HDR is off. Does that look a little bit more normal? It was the HDR. HDR for the loss. That's all right. Looks beautiful still. But yeah, if you want old buildings and that, yeah, skip Tokyo. Yeah. let's see, Kanazawa. You've got, yeah, this is the station, and I think the castle's right over around here. Yeah, Kanazawa Castle Park. There's actually this garden right here is absolutely beautiful. Uh, Kenrokumachi. I am terrible at pronouncing it, so forgive me. But yeah, it was so funny. We went here in like the dead of summer, so like July, and this is a very sweaty place to visit in July. At basically anywhere in Japan. I have been to Japan. I've been to Japan 7 times. And one of those trips was actually like a 2 month trip that I took. I did when we had our child. I took a couple months of paternity leave and went to Japan and stayed with the in-laws for like 2 months. So it's stop sweating in my online video games, sir. We are in casual. Yeah, I know. I am sweating like crazy. In when I was there, it was absolutely disgusting how like sweaty it was. But there's some really really cool stuff. Even like right around downtown, uh, right near the train station in Kanazawa. There's a beautiful architecture right here. I'm just gonna drop this dude. There's a lot of let me see. Ah, I dropped it in the wrong spot. Come on. Just over here is where I should have gone. Right here. There's like this really cool looking gate here, which is quite beautiful. And just down the street over here, there's actually a fish market down over here. It might be on the right or left. I think is it in here? No, not in there. But in and around here, I gotta zoom back out and see if I can find it. But there's there's just a lot of different like I'm just sort of jumping around different areas. One of the places that I really really loved is this coastline here is absolutely beautiful. You feel like you're in like another sort of another planet almost in some regards, like, or not another planet, but like it's like you're in it feels like you're in Jurassic Park. Let's just put it that way. Let me see if I can find the right spot here. There's there's also a beach along here that you can oh, is Gojira. Let me see. No, that's not it. There's like a place here. It's like Godzilla Rock, but there's like a really neat area where like there's just like cliffs like crazy, and you can walk down there, and it like I just need to find the old thing here. Where was it? Let me just put in here Godzilla. Godzilla Rock. There you are. I was way off. Dang. There it is, Godzilla Rock. But like, if you look out there, like it looks like, Jurassic Park. Well, Godzilla Rock's maybe not the best example of that, but yeah, there's some like really like beautiful areas where you can go and just like, yeah, the coastline is just absolutely gorgeous. It's like so rugged. And yeah, we drove all up this coast and it's like absolutely beautiful. So like if you've got like time to spend there, I recommend doing that. Like there's like a lot of times people don't go to Japan to do like landscape sightseeing, right? Usually you're going to Japan, you want to see like the lights and the craziness of Tokyo, or you want to see the old well, that was definitely not where I was. That's Akita. We were up around here. That was way off. That's not where I was. Was not at Godzilla Rock. I was over and around here somewhere. But yeah. It was actually maybe closer to around here maybe. People are going to be like, I don't even think you've actually been there, you liar. Your pants are on fire, aren't they? No, I promise. I promise. I gotta find an area that's not super populated. This beach here you can actually drive on with your car. As you can see, people are here with their cars. See, driving along the beach. And that was fun. Went for a drive on that beach. It was a blast. And it was, yeah, just the area. I'm trying to find it again where it was, but it was just an absolutely, is it here? No, too populated. It's sort of a pretty secluded spot where there was like a little like guest center, and you could just sort of like can walk down to like the rocks, and it was very, very neat. This is it right here. Gammon. Right here. This is it. This is the place I was looking for. Doesn't that look awesome? Like, Spinner, you're just giving me a hard time, but it's all right. I approve. But yeah, this place was so cool, and it was just like so beautiful, and it was deserted, which is one thing I really liked. Uh, in Japan, yeah, a lot of stuff is kind of crowded in that, but I really enjoyed Kanazawa. Kanazawa was great. Kanazawa is where I experienced my first ryokan, which is like sort of a traditional inn type experience where there's like an onsen, uh, and they serve you lunch and dinner there as well. And just, yeah, there's some uh, absolutely like beautiful food that you can get. But we'll go back here to, it's like keeps going to like Godzilla Rock. Come on, back to Japan. So, and yeah, if you want to see though, like Japanese buildings, do people have picnics there? I don't know if you can have picnics on that, like down by the water there, but there is a picnic area near there that you can have uh, near Gammon there. So there is a picnic area. Let me just put in Gammon again. Gammon. There you are. Yeah, so Gammon, there's like a little rest area here. And so there is like I think there's like picnic tables and stuff that you can have like your lunch in and around here. Let me see this little drop point here. Well, there's a little bench there. Looks a little bit wrecked right now, but honestly, I don't think anybody would say anything if you went and like just sort of like were sitting down there eating. But if you're like trying to do like a barbecue or something at your picnic, that might be a problem. But yeah, in and around here, no problem at all. I think there's even like an eating area where you can have your food. So really big parking lot where you can stop in. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Like a lot of people are like, how do I, fit in Japan and that? And it's like the easiest way to fit in is just keep your eyes open and just look around you at what everyone else is doing and use that as your template as to what you should do. And you'll get along just fine. A lot of times it's like, yeah, don't do dumb things like, use your cell phone on public transit. That's a big no-no. And it's super annoying. And it's very obvious because you will be the only one talking or having your music playing. And it is extremely annoying. It's extremely annoying in North America where I am. And it's like excessively annoying there because you're expected not to. Although the people there do give a lot of allowance to foreigners in the sense of like, they're like, they just don't know. But now you know, so don't do it. So things like, uh, making noise on public transit. So like singing, humming, talking loudly to each other. Yeah, exactly. When in Japan, do what the Japanese do. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. Uh, and you know, there's nothing wrong with trying to speak the language. As a foreigner, they will expect you to butcher it. So there's no way they're going to be like, you didn't say that properly. You're the worst. I know, right? You should respect people around you. Actually, it's funny that I say that because for some people, they actually don't even understand that. Uh, when I'm there, even like sometimes I will see like foreigners like talking loudly on the train. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with talking on the train, to the people that you're with, but like, don't talk loudly. Talk nice and quiet together. Try and, just talk just loud. And you don't have to talk loudly too, because the trains are quiet. Nobody else is talking. So just, if you have to talk, talk quietly, maybe show something instead of, like have it written down and show them. And it's like certain things are considered, common decency there, which sort of go over people's heads here. Um, so the important thing is just to be aware of like sort of what's going on. Prime example of that, I would say, is I know this is going to be like suddenly a hot button thing, but like things like masks. So face masks in Japan are not mandatory anywhere, but people typically will wear them when out in public. And if you want to sort of gauge whether you should be or shouldn't be wearing one, just based on like the desire to fit in, uh, look at the people in a place, have one with you. And actually, I highly recommend, if you are going to have a like, don't bring a ton of masks with you. If you're going to go to Japan, buy them there because they are really nice there. They have really nice masks in Japan. Ones that breathe really easily. And yeah, well, sometimes it comes with time that you understand more about being respectful, just about what's around you. Uh, but yeah, a lot of times too, like even like in restaurants, you'll always hear the foreigners talking very loudly. Now, uh, there's certain restaurants where talking loudly is fine, like izakaya. There's a lot of activity, people are talking a lot, or like some ramen shops and that there'll be a lot of talking, a lot of slurping, a lot of loud slurping. Uh, so there's a lot of those sort of like there's a lot of noises in that way, and it's kind of funny. It's like it's like, don't talk on public transit, but slurp your noodles excessively loud. It's awesome. Uh, and I think too, like some people are like, oh, I want to go shopping when I'm there in Japan. Um, Now, granted, there's some stuff that you can get there that you can't get here, but there's a lot of stuff that, just you can get it there, but it's better to get it there. You can get it here and there. Uh, One of my favorite places to get clothes as an older person is Uniqlo, or Uniqlo if you're from North America. Uh, Wait, do they have action figures at Uniqlo? That's not Uniqlo. Come on. I guess Uniqlo Akihabara. Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. But they'll typically have pretty decent prices on stuff. And the great thing about Uniqlo is, as a foreigner, oh, here you go. Here's some anime there. Your JoJo. Is that JoJo? I don't know. Maybe. I'm gonna get roasted for not knowing. It's funny. I love Japan, but I know so little about anime. It's not even funny. Uh, it's not JoJo, is it? It's something else, or is it? I don't know. But the great thing is that in every single Uniqlo, there is a desk there for tax free. Yeah, you do hear an R. It's the L. Well, it's Uniqlo. Kudo. Uniqlo. Uniqlo. So, yeah, the proper pronunciation is Uniqlo. Well, maybe not Uniqlo. I I'd defer that to my wife. She'll I guarantee you she'll correct my pronunciation. I'm like, yo, it's Uniqlo. You know, that's how you properly say it. And it's like my wife will be like, you didn't say that right. Like, yeah, it's all right. But yeah, I love shopping here. You'll typically get like, like here you have sweatshirts. They're like $30. So basically, the rough conversion rate for yen. So here we have what, say roughly 100 yen. So you treat yen like a penny as far as like converting to Canadian dollars, right? So 100 yen is like a dollar two Canadian. So it's roughly you treat each yen like a penny. So if you see something like this, that's 2,990 yen. So that's $29.90. The great thing is that price you see there is with tax, I believe, included. So you take that. There's a counter at Uniqlo that is for foreigners where you have your passport with you and you show them your passport and they refund you the tax. As a foreigner shopping in Japan, you don't have to pay any tax almost anywhere. They've made it so easily accessible in many, many different areas where you can, like, here you go, 1,000 yen for these shirts, $10. And it's like decent quality stuff too in Japan. The only thing is that basically you say Uniqlo, but like it's not Uniqlo, it's Uniqlo. It's like a D, an R, and an L combined. Ro. Uniqlo. Kind of. I don't know. It's I'm still working on it too. So don't take me as an authority on they've got some funky little shirts here too, some Toy Story ones. And they do a lot of collaborations with like different artists. So you'll get some pretty neat sort of art themed stuff there. And like generally stuff is really good quality and it's typically gonna last you well and it's relatively cheap. And that's why I love shopping there. You get really nice quality stuff. The fashion isn't like crazy wild, you're not getting like crazy wild patterns or anything like that. But it's, well, unless you're like, shopping at this stuff, right? That's a little bit more wild. But there's a lot of just sort of very sort of plain subdued stuff. Really, like, I like the style personally, so like for me it's like one of my favorite places to go get like clothes and stuff. So I love to also go to like actually one of the places that my wife loves to go is Muji. uh and this is I think they have a location in Toronto as well, but again, you're going to be paying more for the stuff. Oh, this right here is awesome. This is a kotatsu. I'm pretty sure it's kotatsu because it's a table with a blanket, and usually there's a heater under there. And what you'll do is you'll have your hot pot on here. You have your feet underneath here where the thing is warm, because in Japan they don't typically have central heating in a lot of homes. So you'll have a singular heating unit, which sometimes is on especially like a really cold winter's day is not going to really be able to keep the room that warm. But here, what you'll do is you'll tuck your feet under your kotatsu. You'll have your hot pot on top, and you just have a buttload of beers on there, and you'll have pillows behind you, uh, kind of like these beanbag pillows, and you will eat your hot pot, drink your beer, and fall asleep with your feet under the table. It's something I haven't done, but I really want to do. Is that a dining table? No, it's not for a hot pot exclusive, but it's like a typical thing that you do with the kotatsu, yeah? Ah, okay. My wife is correcting me on my false, my fake news. No, 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 no. I need you to correct me. Okay, okay. You're gonna play Overwatch? All right, you have fun. My wife's like, I don't have time for your stream. I'm gonna play Overwatch. Ah, looks like Freaky Monday is in the house. Freaky, how's it going?
こんばんは。
こんばんは。元気ですか?
Oh, Genki this, you know?
あー、よ
This
かっ
is this is
た。
where this is
よ
where
か
I
った。
switched to English though.
Yeah, I know, me too. That's all I got. That's
Yeah,
all I
sorry for
got.
being late. Just
No, it's all good. I've got like a buttload of stuff that I'm talking about, so I could have rambled for like 4 more hours. So you're good.
oh really?
Yeah, you're good. I'm not.
I should take a nap for more
Yeah,
hours then.
you should just nap for 4 more hours.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm
So
so tired.
yeah, working hard.
No,
No,
no.
dreaming hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
yeah. That was basically my day. I came back and I was like, oh, I have to cook. You know, what am I gonna
Mm.
cook? And I thought of doing a fried rice or something. And I cleaned my kitchen from last night, and then I fell asleep.
There you go. Now you
Yeah,
know how some parents stay so thin.
yeah. No,
They
it's
just
true.
they're just tired. They can't even eat.
Yeah. Or they can't afford food, but
Yeah.
that's a more grim.
Yeah, hopefully not. So you're flying into Tokyo, are you? When you're with your flight? You got your flights, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Nice.
actually going. I don't know if it's a mistake from my side, but I'm actually flying in the beginning of Golden Week,
Okay.
so
Golden Week. Oh,
that'll be interesting.
yeah.
Yeah,
Golden Week.
uh,
That's in
uh, it's end of April, like very end.
end of April.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So it might be a little wild.
I don't know, man. The
Is that Golden
flights
Week?
are cheap, man.
You forget when Golden Week is? All right. Somewhere in spring? All right, sounds about right.
Yeah,
And end of
yeah.
April?
End of
So,
April to like beginning of May.
okay. Nice.
Yeah, so
Oh yeah, streets on Ginza will be shut down. Oh, so no cars, and there'll be like what, like festival stuff set up in Ginza, or no? Just in Ginza. Oh, okay. Oh, no cars will be driving in Ginza.
amazing.
Yeah.
I love
So
that.
so you can go to Ginza, which is like the fancy area.
Really.
Yeah.
I think let me see when I think uh I think Jujutsu Kaisen's launching their new season sometime, and then they have like the Shibuya Station arc coming up.
No way.
So hopefully, I
Goodness.
don't stay there when
That nice. That's so funny. Well, you can
yeah,
go get some food, and on the train, you can be like, "Oh my, oh my."
basically.
Yeah.
It's coming out in July, season 2, so I don't need to
Oh,
worry
okay. Now you should be all
about
right.
being at Shibuya Station.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ginza's like where all the super fancy stuff I think is.
super fancy.
Yeah,
I don't have that kind of money.
exactly. That's why you gotta look. That's why you gotta go to Chiba where it's cheaper.
Chiba,
Yeah, Chiba's
amazing.
out the other way, out east
That's another
from
city,
Tokyo.
man.
I
It's like
know.
one city across, right?
It's all right. Are you flying into
Yeah, I'm flying in Hanada.
Haneda? Yeah.
Hanada, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So if you're flying into Haneda, try and sit on the left side of the plane. Are you flying direct from
Direct,
TO?
man.
Nice.
Direct.
Yeah. So if you I believe, yeah, if you're on the right side of the plane, so the approach is from the south into Haneda. And so if you're on the left side of the plane, you'll actually probably be able to see the sun setting. No, maybe not setting, but the sun sort of backing Mount Fuji as you come in.
Oh man, I think like
So
I think
try and
I'm
get a
arriving
seat.
like.
Try and get a seat on the left side of the plane.
Let me see my. I think I'm arriving like 4 p.m. in Tokyo.
That's the typical time. Yeah. Yeah, I think Haneda, your approach. Oh no. Oh no, those are tack. Let me get the map here up. Yeah, you're landing from the water. Yeah, you're flying in over the water and you're landing. Yeah. So
That's good
yeah,
to know. So left side. I mean, I'd like to see
yeah,
the city anyways. You know.
yeah. You'll see the city anyways on the other side, unless it's foggy, which it
Hmm.
probably shouldn't be. End of April. I
Man,
think
it
it.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Every time I flew somewhere this
Mm,
year or last year actually, I never had a view. It was always cloudy. It was always raining. Like
yeah.
the whole trip. Can you imagine the whole world is cloudy?
Yeah. That would suck.
Basically,
The
that's
crazy
what
thing,
happened to
are
me.
you spending most or all your time in Tokyo? How long are you gonna be there
Mm.
for? I forget. You.
Um. So it's kind of I haven't decided yet because for
Oh,
sure I
okay.
don't want to spend all my time in Tokyo. But the
Mm,
interesting portion is that I'm going for 2 weeks, and then
okay.
but when I'm going 5 days after, so May 3rd, like basically end of Golden Week,
Yeah.
my brother's coming to Tokyo actually.
Okay.
So I have 5 days, which I
So you're gonna
have
be
to do
running
something.
solo for 5 days,
Yeah.
and you gotta figure out something to do. All
Yeah.
right.
My cousin may come as well, but like
Okay.
she's older, so I'll
Yeah.
probably just ditch her sometime.
Spin is wondering if you're gonna grab him or grab her some gumpla.
Gampla.
Yeah.
I so I was actually talking to my friend.
Hmm.
He's also into Gampla as well.
Okay.
He started before me, like a long time ago.
Yeah.
And he's told me that on the east line, like going east, there's
Hmm.
a unicorn Gundam statue in Tokyo, like very close to Tokyo, either in Tokyo or very close. And
Yeah.
they have like some unique kits over there, so I'm definitely gonna go check it out. But if I have
Okay.
the space, I may bring back one. I'm planning on I'm only take I'm planning on only taking a carry-on, so
Yeah.
and a backpack. So
You're gonna
we'll see how
buy a luggage while you're there and bring it back with you.
buy luggage. That's
Yeah. Buy
interesting
a buy a
actually.
check bag and bring it back with you.
Oh, I can get like the Japanese inspired one
No, there's just tons of ones there that you can get. I think
and cheap
there's
too.
yeah, they're not super expensive there. There's where is it? Trying to find the there is a Gundam that's in my cover.
Yeah, I know. I see that. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Like, I'm talking to Spinny on DMs, and she's like, "Yo, you ever try and slap a mosquito with ADHD?"
Yeah.
I'm just like messaging her like, "Wait, does the mosquito have ADHD?"
Yeah. Oh, here's the Gundam base. Yeah, here's the unicorn. The statue's open 24 hours a day.
24 hours a day. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Just be aware though, in Tokyo, the trains stop running after like 12.
And after 12,
Yeah, it's unusually early. So, just be aware.
so it's 12 in Tokyo. That's actually
Yeah.
this is actually a time when I know more than Spinny because I knew there was one in Tokyo, and she's like, "Nah, nah, nah,
Yeah. There's one
Yokohama."
there's one I saw in no, Yokohama is oh, that is
It's
Yokohama.
it's close by.
Yeah, it's near
Yokohama's
Yokohama.
close by.
I've
Yeah.
the one I saw was the one I saw. No, the one in my what's the one in my what's the shows how much I know about Gundam. What's the one in my my cover? Because I took that
That
from a
one's.
picture of me with it.
I think that one is in. I think that one's Yokohama as well. Yeah. But they're shutting it down for maintenance in March.
That one? Oh,
Yeah.
lame.
Let's see. I think it was Yokohama.
Yeah.
RX 78-2 Gundam.
Yeah. Which
Japan.
one is it called though? Is that the one? Yeah, the one isn't that I have there isn't unicorn.
Okay,
It's
this is
something else.
So I went on Internet Explorer and
No,
thing
actually no.
just sucks.
It is right around here. It is right around. That is the actually is that the one?
It's
No, that is the one. That is the one in my cover, I think. Because I know it's right by Fuji TV. Oh no, I was right around. I don't know.
okay. This is
It's
actually annoying.
somewhere around here.
Oh, Yokohama.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It weighs apparently 25 tons.
Yeah. No, they're crazy. They're Gundam. They're so
Yeah.
Gundam heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be the one. Odaiba. So,
I have no idea where that is.
no, it's right around here. Yeah.
Oh, they have
Odaiba.
freedom in Shanghai. I might need to go to Shanghai.
Somewhere around here. But anyways, questions. Do you have questions about Tokyo?
Oh man, I should have.
But you're like,
been sleeping.
I don't have anything.
No. I actually have
That's all right.
questions. I actually have questions.
Yeah.
So the one thing that I didn't decide yet, I was talking to my friend and he went to Japan
Yeah.
multiple times. I'm actually looking at the subway map as a PDF right now.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering where exactly should I stay in Tokyo? Like which area? And
What
like which
area?
yeah, because I'm just looking along the subway map,
Yeah.
My friend suggested Shibuya and Shinjuku.
Yeah,
But,
Shibuya, Shinjuku, those are good places. It all depends on really where you want to be going, right? Like
holy shit, Shibuya is so far
Shibuya
on the map. No, like Shibuya,
No,
Shibuya City.
Shibuya's right here. Yeah, it's not that far from Haneda.
Okay, hold on. That's like 3 or 4 kilometers.
Yeah, that's not terribly far.
No,
obviously you're not
not.
going to walk there, right? This is the great thing though, is on Google Maps, right? You can go like Haneda Airport directions, and you go to like Shibuya, and you go to Shibuya Station, right?
Yeah.
And obviously you don't want car, right? But if you select
No way.
this, it tells you how much it's going to cost you. So 470 yen.
Okay, so like $5.
Actually, I think that's that one. Or is that total? Yeah, total cost $470. Yeah, so like $5 or 470 yen. So like $5. And here's the great thing is that in Google Maps, it'll tell you in this guy here, this is maybe not a great thing, but like in the stations, right? There's stations are huge. All right. Like,
oh no, I know Shibuya is insane.
Like it's a huge station. There's like 2 shopping malls that's attached to it. There's like 15 different exits, and if you're walking to the wrong exit, like say you're exiting like, there's like exit what?
Yeah,
over here. There's like exit 20A. From
you have to walk a long time just to get around.
If you get off your train here and you're like wanting to get out of exit 20A, but you like get out the west exit, and you're just like, I exited the station. Now where? It's crazy. But like, I don't know, say maybe you want to go to that coffee shop. Maybe from that coffee shop to say you're going to Tokyo Station. So like the main sort of their Grand Central Station. From that coffee shop to Grand, so you're going here, and $12 details. I think it'll tell you it tells you what platform to go to,
I see. I see.
and there'll be also too like, uh, you know, take the stairs, follow signs for Southgate. My wife just sent me a message. Oh, yes, this is very good. This is very good advice. My wife just sent me this.
Nice.
If you go clubbing,
Oh my god.
don't follow a hot girl to a secret/small pub. You will get scammed.
Oh no,
Well,
I've heard about that. It's like
yeah,
Yakuza owned and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. They're like
They
Yakuza
scam
owned,
tourists.
and basically what they do is they sell you drinks, and there's no prices. And when it comes time for the bill, it's like, oh, that bottle of Corona you drank, guess what? It's $300. And the lime that you got with your Corona is $150. So it's a $450 bill for your Corona and lime that you had.
Right, I talking about USD.
Yeah. Well,
Holy
no,
shit.
no, not USD. It's gonna be like in
Okay.
yen. So like it's like,
Okay. Okay.
but like at the end of the night, it's like 45,000 yen for a Corona with lime, and it's like, oh,
Oh my
huh,
god.
yeah,
That's like a $45 drink at that point.
mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
definitely
Spin
something to look out for.
I think Spin is talking about the one that I was thinking about, the Gundam, is the RX 78-2. Yeah, I think that was the one I
I
stood in
wouldn't
front
know.
of. I don't know either,
I wouldn't know.
but I trust her. I trust her Gundam knowledge. But yeah, so there'll be like instructions though. Anyways, within this these there's like really good like turn left towards blah 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 blah, and there'll be like signs for these. You just have to be
Hmm.
sure you match your characters with your characters.
Damn, I should really get some new glasses then
Yeah, you
before I
should.
go.
You should. I highly recommend getting a Wi-Fi hotspot
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for
while you're
sure.
there. Set up the rental, because I'm pretty sure you can pick it up in Haneda. There's like rentals that you can get that you pick up in the airport and drop off
It's what
in
I
the
heard.
airport. Yeah, so
That's what I
you
heard.
that's key.
They're called like pocket Wi-Fi's. I was actually thinking about
Exactly.
just shipping a SIM card over actually.
Uh
Because what
there
what uh what was that reaction for?
no like Japanese Sims, or not Japanese Sims, but like Japanese cell phone plans are not the greatest, like value wise. Like you're gonna pay for a month, right?
Mm.
Regardless, and to get enough
Yeah,
data, like especially if you're using your Google Maps a lot, if you're wanting to post stuff on social media, or
yeah,
do those sort of things, or like make a phone call to somebody with your WhatsApp or whatever, uh
yeah.
you want to have unlimited data, and those hotspots, they'll have unlimited data for you.
Yeah.
Some
So
places
what?
will also rent you a power bank to go with it too, because they do run out throughout the like they'll go for like maybe 6 hours straight. So
Oh yeah, these ones I looked. It's like 12 hours. 12
yeah,
hours their runtime.
yeah, I don't know. That's maybe brand new, where you're like the
Yeah, no, 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 I
500th
know.
person using it. The
Yeah,
thing has been like charged discharged like a million times.
you gotta go
So
like how many battery cycles has this been, bro?
exactly. So but yeah, Google Maps is going to be your friend as far
Mm.
as like just like navigating like different areas. Um, Also, too, if you do get caught somewhere away from your hotel uh, at a
Very late time.
late time, you're gonna have to take a taxi, and it's always great to be able to show them on your phone. Like you know,
Yeah. I also just downloaded
you
the
know,
offline map
you
just
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 yeah,
to
you
have
just
it.
point to it, and you're like, Coco. I think Coco. Yeah,
Yeah, I believe so.
Coco is here. So if you have your, oh no, she's focused on her game.
Is she playing Overwatch?
Yeah, she's playing Overwatch.
Amazing.
She's playing Spin It with
Amazing.
Overwatch right now. Nah, it'd be funny if she was. But, um, but yeah. So when you're there, definitely have a pocket Wi-Fi. That it will be critical. Um,
Okay.
Also, too, I highly recommend. Yeah, you should add her to your game. You girls should play while I stream, and both ignore my stream together.
Yeah,
Make me cry.
exactly.
Um, but yeah, uh, there's some actually really good craft beer in Japan too. I know it's not something you typically think about when you think about Japan, but
No, I
their uh,
don't.
their craft beer scene has really grown. So uh, there's a
The
few
hipsters now, I
places that
guess.
are, yeah. So they loosened back, I think, in like 2016 or 2015, the laws on how small a brewery could be to get licensed. Because at a certain point, you had to do like I think like 1 million liters of beer a year to be licensed to make beer and sell it in Japan. But they like loosened that down to like I don't know, like to like 10,000 or something really low
Yeah,
compared to it.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, a good I would say a good place to if you wanted to go get beer, there was a place I went to in Nakano, uh, which was in and around this area here.
The Family Mart, right?
No,
There's a
Family Mart.
Family
Family
Mart.
Mart has beer. Family Mart has beer.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
7-Eleven has beer. Also, too, you're gonna want to make sure you have cash on you.
Yeah, yeah.
Japan is a surprisingly cash-based society as far as like buying things. Taxis, a lot of them are gonna kind of groan if you try and pay with a card. Some I don't even know. Maybe some might not even accept a card, but I'm pretty sure they all accept a card. But cash is always preferred for a
Yeah.
lot of places.
Funny enough, when I went to Europe, when I went to Italy,
Mm.
just like 2 months ago, I brought no cash along with me.
Mm.
Surprisingly, I was fine.
Yeah,
But definitely they won't
you
fly.
will you will not be okay with no cash in Japan. Let me just
Yeah,
say. Highly recommend though you go to a 7-Eleven if you want to get cash.
I'm gonna transfer
And
there.
in 7-Eleven, there is a bank machine in everyone that has like an Interac bank machine, and so you can take cash directly out of your account.
That's
Uh,
a good rate too.
the rate is pretty decent, better than you would get buying it at your bank.
Yeah,
So yeah, and I think
yeah,
every
yeah.
you know every what's it called? Every family in Japan has an alliance to a certain uh, convenience store or kombini, as they call them.
Yeah,
There's
convenient.
there's Lawson, 7-Eleven,
I'm a 7-Eleven guy.
and Family Mart. So there's
So, it's like, let me see.
now
Sorry, what
all
were
of
you saying?
them, all of them. Speaking of alcohol, where can Freaky get Hibiki 30-year-old whiskey to bring back for us to drink? Probably nowhere. Except for if he goes to like the Hibiki distillery. Maybe then. Yeah, this is
Hey,
the funny thing. Pizza brings up a good thing. Japanese whiskey is like gone. Like there is whiskey in Japan that you can get, but like finding like aged whiskey, like a 12-year-old Japanese whiskey, I don't know if it's gotten better. I have to talk to my little brother. He actually just came back from his trip to Japan 2 days ago. Um, and I have to talk to him about the availability of Japanese whiskey. I'm assuming it's not very available yet. Um,
I see, I see.
back in, it was funny, was it back in, I think when I went there in 2017, I was looking everywhere for like an age. Like when I first went, all right, my first trip to Japan was in 2013, and I got a 12-year-old Nika whiskey, and it was 2,500 yen for a
Okay.
12-year Nika whiskey. A bottle of those now today, to buy that bottle today, if I wouldn't have opened it, that bottle would easily be I think like $300-400 today,
Wow.
just because they're gone. They're gone. Like what happened is there was a Hibiki that I think it was a Hibiki 17 or 18 that won like a world whiskey award, and suddenly everybody
Yeah, it
was
got popular.
interested in
I need my
Japanese
Hibiki.
whiskey, and like Nika, Hibiki, Yamazaki. I think there was a few others maybe too. That they just started selling crazy amounts internationally, and they ran down their supplies. Like they like ran it out. So
Yeah,
you know
I
how
mean,
like
I don't.
whiskey makers, Yeah, even more in
Yeah, I
the
don't think they
hostess
can go back in
clubs.
time and make more whiskey.
Yeah, no, I don't recommend going to hostess clubs. It probably won't
Oh
be that.
no,
Well, okay,
no.
you can if you want. I I don't know if a lot of the hostesses can even like speak English, so they'll just be sort of like smiling with you as you pay too much for alcohol.
Yeah, plus like no, I'm not a good talker, so
Yeah. Well, the good thing is that a lot of people in Japan are typically very quiet and to themselves, so
nice,
you'll fit in.
nice,
You'll fit in
amazing.
real nice and easy. Unless you go to Osaka. Osaka is like famous for being much more outgoing.
Really?
Yeah. So like
Okay, I didn't know
to,
that.
yeah, like think of it like this. Like you know how in like Toronto, like people don't really want to talk to you ever,
Yeah,
right?
basically.
It's kind of similar in Tokyo. Um, you know how like in Hamilton, people will talk to you even when you don't want to talk to them?
Oh, I haven't been to the ghetto yet, so I don't
Oh
know.
yeah. Oh. Yeah. But like yeah, Osaka people like they're a lot maybe not as talkative like talking to you when you don't want to talk to them, but like they're much more outgoing, much more uh, uh loud and you know, Osaka is much more of like a you know, it's like the extrovert city typically.
Okay.
Like culturally, they're a lot more outgoing, a lot more friendly. You know, people typically say, I've never been to Osaka, so I'm just saying from what I've heard. So, uh, you know, if there's experts out there who have been to Osaka and they're like, you're totally wrong, it's not at all like that. I was like, all right, I differ to you. But from what I've heard, Osaka people are typically much more outgoing. Tokyo are typically a lot more quiet, sort of busy to themselves. I've heard a lot of really good stuff about food in Osaka. That like Osaka is like where you go to get like the best food in Japan. Granted, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in Tokyo who would dispute that. Generally, though, wherever you go in Japan, the food is going to be amazing, like
Yeah,
really good.
I'll have to lay my thoughts down when I come back based on Osaka versus Tokyo.
Yeah. Um, but like the great thing is that in Japan, even if you go to like even if you go to like a 7-Eleven, they have like
Yeah,
pasta dishes in 7-Eleven that are better than like pasta dishes in like Kelsey's or like TGI Fridays or
don't even
whatever.
mention Kelsey's or TGI Fridays.
No, but like the the pasta dish in 7-Eleven in Japan is better than your you know your pasta dish in wherever. So if you're looking, especially too like if you're like, hey, you know, I want to like save some money today, blah blah blah, just go to 7-Eleven, grab some food there. It's really good. And there's like cold dishes that you heat up, and they have like a microwave there that they'll heat it up for you. Um, you can also get coffee there, which isn't like terrible. It's actually like pretty decent. But like in Japan in general, there's some really good coffee that you can get there. Uh, which again, you wouldn't really think like, oh, coffee is really good in Japan. No, yeah, don't get burritos. Burritos
No burritos.
burritos are garbage in Japan. Also, oh, 7-Eleven burritos. Oh, okay, so just like here, 7-Eleven Mexican food in Japan is pretty bad too. It's pretty subpar. Um, overall. I've yet to find a place. I haven't been everywhere, so I could be wrong, but I've yet to find a place in Japan where like again, but do you really want to have a burrito when you're in Japan? Probably not.
Imagine going to Japan and not
And
getting seafood.
I know it's like going to Italy and meeting a girl from Toronto.
Can't relate.
I know, right? But yeah, the I wouldn't recommend getting a hamburger there either. Um, like not a typical hamburger. I think there's was it hamburger steak? What is it? Is they call it the hamburger steak? Like the
Look at interesting ones, unique ones.
no, it's like a hamburger with like a like it's like a like in like like a red sauce kind of thing.
Uh,
What's it? What's that
I
called? Just hamburger steak. Yeah, but it's like that on like it's like a sweet sort of like kind of like a sloppy Joe type sauce
oh yeah, it's
sitting
called
on sitting on rice.
hambagu.
Hamburger rice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
rated so good though. It's like 4.8 though.
no, it's good. It is good. Yeah, family mart food, like all of those like kombini foods are all like very competitive with each other. So like they're typically very fresh. And it's like if you're looking to travel to Japan like on the cheap, hitting up kombinis for like food, like instead of going to a restaurant is a nice way to like kind of save a little bit. But some restaurants are actually quite reasonable. Like you can get like was it is it donburi bowls, which
Yeah,
are
those
like
are good.
cheap.
Ramen, obviously.
Yeah, ramen. I actually have some ramen recommendations here that I have.
Oh, yeah, just send them through.
Yeah, I've got this one right here is Naritake. So Naritake is a chain. Um but I think huh? Ippudo? Let me find that. Ippudo. 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 There you are. Ah, Ippudo. Another good chain. Oh, here's the Roppongi one.
Oh, Roppongi, need to definitely go there.
Yeah, well, as a single traveler, I guess that is a inevitable stop. Another
Yeah, I
gyoza looks
guess.
decent. Oh yeah, that looks good. Oh,
One thing I'm really excited for is to eat another, like actually eat a good tomato ramen. I haven't seen
I
any in
think
Toronto.
is this a tomato ramen or is
Well,
that
it's
just
like
chili
spicy
oil?
one.
That's
It's
just
like
chili oil,
spicy.
maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they've got. Oh yeah, here you go. Premium malts, Suntory.
Oh man, I'm gonna drink so much beer too.
Oh, I love this. I love the dipping noodles for ramen.
Also, Pizza Light, because I'm going for Golden Week. I'm probably fucked up
Hmm.
with
Yeah. No, typically I'm sorry, just Pizza Light's got a question here too. Uh yeah, a lot of these restaurants don't take reservations. You just show up and you get in line and I'm going to actually show you one. This is my favorite one. Ramen Ito.
the queue.
Yeah, right here there's actually like some these signs. This one right here, you can't really read it, but there's actually a sign on the side of it on how to line up. Like how good is your ramen that you have a consistent issue with your neighbors on the street complaining about people lining up, that you have to have instructions so people can line up properly so as not to inconvenience your neighbors on the street. Like that's a good sign.
That is a good sign.
Yeah, and their ramen is it is so amazing. So it's like a
I mean, the
seafood
broth
base.
looks good.
Yeah, the
Broth
broth
looks
is like
good.
a seafood base and in it there's these meatballs and these meatballs are yeah, here's a picture of the meatball. Nice and blurry. Thank you, Google.
This is amazing,
But yeah,
amazing picture.
but it's I think it's I think it's chicken, but it has like yuzu in it. So it's got like the citrusy chicken meatball in a seafood broth and it's just like oh, so good. And the thing I love about too like this like the dipping noodles, I love the noodle dipping because the noodles are cool. And these noodles are actually a little bit thicker than, a lot of other ramen places because they make their own noodles here. And they're also famous for their noodles. But when you have the noodles cool like that and you dip them in, because for me, like my gaijin mouth is like so weak when it comes to like heat, like not like spice necessarily, but like heat, like actual like hot temperatures. And so like me trying to eat ramen, I'm like going so slow and I'm getting like such a hard time from like my in-laws and like they're like hurry up. Like come on, your noodles are getting like soggy and like they're absorbing all the soup and
Yeah,
like everybody's done and I'm like still working on it. I'm like it's so hot, it's burning my mouth. And they're like
it's
grow
definitely
up.
something you have to get used to.
Yeah. But the thing I love about this is that the noodles are cold, so you dip them in the hot broth and it's like the perfect temperature for me. So I'm like, I
That's
love
good.
that.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's it's better when they come like that instead of just already in the bowl.
exactly. And it's a lot more fun too to eat, in my opinion. Some people maybe don't think that, but yeah. And here, like you look at here pricing wise, right? Like $10.
Prices. Oh, that's
You
amazing.
know,
That's so
it's
good.
it's cheap and it's like really good. And you know, the add-ons they you know add some money to it, right? So probably once you have a good amount of add-ons, don't forget your add-ons though, right? Get
I
your
won't. I
ramen,
won't.
but don't forget your add-ons when you're adding them. There's like a little vending machine in there that you punch buttons on. Let me see. I think there's a picture here of the vent. Yeah, here you go. It's like a little vending machine. It's like these different things that you press, and
Oh yeah, totally understandable.
exactly you can't understand it, but I think they do have some sort of the English thing here. Me, I can't comment on it. I went with my brother-in-law, and he speaks English,
Sure
but
did.
he understands all of this. So he's like there. He's just like, yeah, here you go.
Oh, it's
And I was
always
like,
good when you know
oh
someone
yeah. No, it helps. It helps a
someone
lot.
knows Japanese.
Oh, but you have your nice soft egg here. That's like, oh,
Yeah, that looks really good.
so good.
What did you talk about before I came in? Like what
Um,
subjects?
I was just talking about some of the like general areas of Japan that I've been to. Just different like areas like I've been to like Kanazawa and the landscape out there. There's some really cool places out there to look at. Uh, don't want to go in the summertime when you're sweating your butt off. A little bit about I was talking a little bit about ryokan as well, um, and talking about some other things I can't remember. But oh, I was talking about Uniqlo as well.
Oh, Uniqlo, the store.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely
excellent.
gonna hit that one up.
Yeah, excellent store.
Oh, the Akiba. Oh shit. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Akibara.
Akihabara one. Yeah, so you can get your
I have to hit this up. Oh, this anime thing. I'm gonna go hard on this stuff.
yeah. Akihabara is I've already got a section for that, but I haven't talked about it yet, so
Hmm.
we're good. But yeah, I would highly recommend yeah, those three ramen places. So Ippudo, Naritake, those are two chains. This Ramen Ito is a singular one. There might be a sister store I think in Tokyo as well. But yeah, they are really really good.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah,
and yeah, highly recommend.
I think. I don't know
Uh,
the
oh,
answer to that question.
that's an interesting question, Pizza Light. I don't think so. Let me ask the expert quickly. So if you order a bunch of different ramens and you share with each other, it's not really rude, is it? He's like dead focused on the game here in an intense battle. We'll have to wait until she dies to answer the question.
Yeah, I
But
think
I
it doesn't apply to me because I have no friends. But you know,
oh, I don't think it is rude. There's a lot of sharing that goes on with different plates. I don't know if ramen's sort of like a, you know, your own personal thing that you shouldn't be, you know, touching with other people. You definitely don't want to like hand the noodles off to each other with your hashi, your chopsticks, uh, because that's really bad form. That's like uh, a big no-no. So never like try and hand things like take from one hashi to another. So if you're like picking it up and like handing something to your friend, pick it up with your hand and give it to them, or pick it up and drop it in their hand with your hashi, or into their plate. But yeah, no, I hear you, Pizza. Like you do want to try everything because, like, you know, you look at these pictures, right? And you're like, I just want that. I want that. I want that. I want that. I want all
I
these
have
things.
the I have the perfect solution for you, pizza. Just go with a lot of money.
Just go with a lot of money, buy everything. I'll see. Is
Family
it?
style.
I'll ask her again. Maybe she'll answer. Is it rude to order multiple ramens and share? Yeah, it's sort of your own dish that you should eat on your own.
There you go. There's your answer.
Yeah. Okay, but if you're at your own table, it's fine. Yeah, but if it's like along the bar, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just more complicated than it seems. I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Answer is this. Um, yeah, some people will share a little bit, but yeah, not full on sharing. So like, if you're at your own table, it's not as big of a deal. Like, granted, as foreigners, you're probably not going to get any sort of pushback because, but like typically if you want to show respect to the people who are making it, you're not going to be like sharing excessively with each other at the, if you're eating at the bar. So like if you're eating at like the right in front of the where is it here?
Mr. Chef or Mrs.
Yeah,
Chef.
like here, if you're eating along this line here in front of these guys, you shouldn't be like share. Well, also too, like the way that it's set up, it's going to be very difficult to share across these
Yeah.
barriers.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be sharing if you're sitting here. Like if you're at a restaurant, especially like I would say like if you're at like Naritake, right, and you're sort of like in a booth here and you want to share together, it's less frowned upon. But if you're like sitting at like the bar in front of the people making it, it's a little bit disrespectful.
You just gotta crouch and see that your hidden thing is there.
Yeah.
Like Skyrim.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna tell you.
You're like, they're like, you shouldn't be doing that. You're like, you can't see me. My sneak is
Yeah,
100.
no, you can't. If I was for my
Yeah.
like personal opinion, if I was in Tokyo with someone or like anywhere, even in Toronto, and they brought their like they started putting their chopsticks or their soup spoon
Mhm.
in my ramen, I'll smack that thing right out of their hand.
That's good.
Don't touch my ramen.
Exactly. That's what I would say too. But yeah, you probably shouldn't be like, there's other dishes that are more I don't know, more share friendly. But
I go to an izakaya if you want to share.
yeah, izakaya, you pick the stuff off the plate and, well, actually you put it into your own plate from that plate. Also too, there's a common practice of more so I think when you're with people that you're familiar with, not necessarily with strangers. With strangers you shouldn't be doing it at all, but like if you're there with like friends and that, you sort of flip your hashi around and you use the butt end to pick things out of the dish, and then you use the actual pointy end to put in your mouth, just so you're not like putting your,
I see.
just so you're not touching the stuff on the plate with your spittle ridden hashi. So yeah, and ramen etiquette, obviously, slurp them loud, slurp them proud. And
He's
it actually,
slurping.
in my opinion, it makes it taste even better. It tastes so good, and it just shows that you're really enjoying it. It's like, somebody going while they're eating, in front of the chef. And they're like, that person's happy with what I'm making. Good.
Make
So
the most noise as possible while eating.
yeah, you can't be too loud when you're slurping. Now, just be
Make
careful you don't
medium
slurp.
noise.
Just make sure you don't slurp too aggressively and get it like in your back of your throat, and you're like, because that's not good either. But yeah, if you're gonna slurp loud, do it. Do it and do it.
Right.
Also,
So-
too, if you're, yeah, go ahead.
So no, you go ahead because I was gonna switch the topic because it seems like you're staying on it.
I was too. No, I was gonna switch.
Okay, all right. So let's say, you bought your tickets to Japan, all that.
Mhm.
What is your timeline to actually get like a good place? Because at some point the hotels, everywhere starts
Um,
booking up. Like what is your timeline to make a decision of what you want to do?
Mm. If it's during Golden Week, I would probably think about. I don't know. Do people leave Tokyo or go to Tokyo for Golden
What
Week?
what I've read is that people
Okay.
majority leave.
Okay, so they leave Tokyo. So that should be good for you
Should
for
be good, yeah.
hotels, right? Hotels in Tokyo should be pretty empty for Golden Week. No? Oh, so young people from out of town go to Tokyo during Golden Week. All right, all right.
Perfect.
But I honestly, I don't think you're gonna find an issue necessarily with hotels being too booked. I don't know. There's just so many hotels. Yeah, I guess you can't say. Who knows? Like if there's like been like a bunch of them that have shut down from the pandemic. It never hurts to be prepared, and it never
unless you have
hurts
something booked,
to have something booked in advance. You
Yeah.
might want to hit up like a capsule hotel just for the heck of it.
Oh, I'm definitely hitting up a
Right?
capsule hotel.
Just because it's probably, I've never done it. I want to do it. one of the great things about like Japan, Tokyo specifically, um, I've never had a bad experience with a hotel there. And I've been to not too many, but like they're typically you're gonna have a very small room though. Your bed is gonna be most of the actual area in the room. That's
That's
not the
good.
bathroom. And the bathroom is gonna be quite small. And most likely your bathroom is gonna be a single like sort of molded plastic slash fiberglass capsule with a drain.
Has everything.
And like there's the toilet in there, there's the bath, there's the sink,
Wow.
and there's like and like that's it.
Guys, this is the most efficient way to use the washroom.
Yeah, you can you, you can pee from the shower into the into the toilet and then wash your hands before you continue your shower. But it's typically very like I when I went I did like I stayed actually over here. I was right between Kojimachi and Nagatacho. I was at the Toshi Center. There's like I got a deal. It was like $1,600 for a week to fly and stay.
Not bad.
Yeah, which is great. This is where I stayed. I stayed at this place, and
Not bad. Not bad.
it's it's a pretty nice like business
Okay,
hotel.
this is like Americanized. That washroom is too
Yeah,
big.
but here like here's your room. You walk in, there's your bed,
Yeah.
and that bed is
Yeah.
against the wall over there, and that's all you got. And that's it. Yeah, the bathroom here is like this isn't a single thing like I was talking about. That was another hotel I stayed at, but it's pretty tight, right? Your sink is like almost in your bathtub, and your toilet is right here, right next to your sink. So
Oh, I can see
it's
that. I can see the corner.
yeah, this is the corner of the toilet right here. Had a free breakfast too, so I was like, you can go get your breakfast in the morning. Also,
I
there's your vending machines. That's one of the great things about Japan is like you can
vending
drink on
machines.
you could drink on the streets too. Um, Obviously though, you don't want to be too loud and boisterous in public when you are drunk. People do it, but again, try not to. Uh, just so you don't have that, poorly behaved gaijin stereotype being furthered. Oh, I want to go back. I my younger brother just came back from visiting, and I'm like, oh, I want to go so bad. And this is like me, sort of like I was like, as soon as I was like, oh yeah, you're going, freaky. I want to talk about Japan, and it's
Yeah.
like this sort of reminds me of being there, and it's like I'm kind of going back there. Uh, do people take their kids to capsule hotels? Is it family friendly? I don't think so.
Yeah, I
Uh,
wouldn't say it's good.
huh? Oh, okay. So you're not going to be sharing any rooms, but there are like sections of some capsule hotels will have like a men's section and a women's section. So there's
Yeah.
no like men capsule near a woman capsule, which is really nice too. And I would say too, if you are a female traveler,
Yes,
Japan
definitely.
is an excellent place to travel to. Um, Granted, like there is some weird crime that happens there against women specifically, but it is kind of uh, it's different. It's not good, obviously. Like there's a reason why Japanese cell phones have a shutter sound hardwired in to when the camera uses.
My
So like
God.
software wise, they have to have a shutter sound. So any cell phone in Japan will have a click sound when they take a picture.
Oh, it doesn't
You can't turn it off. It's impossible to turn it
Okay,
off in
okay.
Japan, right? And there's a reason for that. Um, Unfortunately, uh, like I said earlier in the stream, there's no such thing as a perfect country. All right. Uh,
Yeah, I've heard some stories. I've heard some whack
right.
stories.
Oh no, when I was there visiting for the first time, there was a really weird news story that was going on, and it was just so weird. There is a person attacking women, but like not like violently they were getting hurt physically, but there's no like, it wasn't like they were like sexually assaulting them or anything like that. But it was the weirdest. Like this person would go up and they had like a computer graphic on the news. So I was like seeing this computer graphic, and it's like the person would go up behind the women and walk behind them, and at an opportune moment would reach down, grab their ankles, pull their ankles so they would fall, take their shoes and run away.
Oh my god.
It
Why do you
was
want
like
some shoes?
this is a shoe thief on. And I think they like struck like 4 or 5 times when I was there, and
Oh
they're
my
like they were
god.
on the way. Look out for like this serial shoe thief.
Oh,
And
I'm sure some.
I was like, all right, like it's better than like a serial killer. Somebody who's like assaulting women. You know, pushing themselves on them and doing horrible things like that. But it's like it's weird. It's kind of disturbing, and it's like yeah, that but generally though, like going around Tokyo, it is very safe. Very, very safe. That was a weird one-off example right
Yeah,
there. Like
imagine.
that is not the typical experience. When you're
Yeah.
driving, and you'll notice when you're there, and it'll be kind of weird to you. Um, you'll be out and about. It'll be like 11:30 p.m., right? And you'll be looking, and there'll be like women in their 20s riding around by themselves on a bicycle downtown Tokyo. Anywhere and everywhere, you'll see them. And it's like that's a safe city when you see women in their 20s riding around, or like walking around, riding around on bicycles in the dead of night. You don't see that in LA. You don't see that in Toronto. You know, they're just out on their own. There's nobody with them or anything like that. They're just out on their own. And it's like it's a very common thing, and it's like to me that made me feel like this is a really safe city to be in. Cuz like when, women can go freely at night, you know, without worried of, being attacked, or, you know, maybe they have to worry about tying their shoes extra tight, but like there's no like
Okay.
there's no like worries about like being assaulted, or something like that, or very minimal worry, right? It's not like a is this going to happen to me tonight kind of thing, where that is the case in a lot of cities in like North America, right? Where like somebody stays late at work and they're like terrified of going home, and that. So yeah,
Yeah, when you
it's a
when you
it's
have
a
to Uber back.
yeah, it's a
Fuck.
very safe city. You're going to see people walking around past midnight, typically past midnight too, because the trains are shut down. So they're walking because they're like, it's too expensive to take a taxi home.
Yeah.
So
No, no, that's gonna be me a lot of days.
yeah.
By the way, I was actually surprised when you did like the routes on
Hmm.
Google Maps,
Yeah.
because because like in Toronto, I mean, Toronto doesn't have a big subway map, but you only pay 350 no matter where you
Hmm.
go, right? And I was surprised that
Yeah.
some of these routes total was getting to like $12.
Yeah.
So it is kind of expensive taking
It can,
transit depending on your
it,
route.
it can get expensive, depending on what you're doing. The one I picked was unusually high though. Typically you're
Yeah.
not going to be paying more than like $5. Uh, Especially if you're staying on the same line. And sometimes too, it's like, um, so say, I don't know, you're going to have directions from here to, say Akihabara. Akihabara. Uh-huh.
The subway lines are just crazy. If you throw that thing on your
Yeah.
screen, it's just insane how many subway
Oh yeah.
lines there in Tokyo.
So here, you're looking, yeah, from like this
Yeah, it's
hotel
barely
to
like
Akihabara,
$2.
it's like $1.70, right? And they're going every 5 minutes.
But yeah, how many kilometers are you going in this case?
That's this
You're going
one.
6 kilometers basically.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like here, it's like great. It's like exit on the right towards blah, blah, blah. And then, destination will be on the right. Enter
So
via D, take the stairs, pass the fare gate, take the stairs. It tells you each station that you're going to go by, what time you're going to go by it. And usually this
the
time is
Ginza line.
bang on. And you're going to get there, and it's going to tell you where to walk to get out, take the stairs, exit via 4. And so you get here, right? And it's like, take the stairs. And it even gives you like dots on where you need to go in the station.
I see. Okay, that's good. That's good.
So it's Google Maps is exceptionally good, and not only that, but I
Mhm.
think it even not maybe not those. You can't go on those dots, but you can even like go into like stores and that in with the street view. But I'm
I
definitely
see. I
gonna
see.
say definitely go to Akihabara.
Oh, for
Um,
sure. That's one of the stops.
yeah, and
I'm so
I
excited to just walk around.
yeah. Now, if you want, you could also look too uh into getting actually wait, I don't think I answered Pizza Light's question fully about it being family friendly. Kids in capsule hotels, do people do that? No, you don't know? Oh, okay. She doesn't know.
In my
That's all right
opinion,
though.
I don't think
I
so.
wouldn't I wouldn't take them there cuz like they wander out of their capsule and what happens. But yeah, if you're okay, now we're going to get into like sort of like the thing if because what I've done sometimes too is like when I go to Japan, because tax is free, you get free tax, so it's 10% off basically everything. There's a 10% sales tax, so you see something, you just take 10% off, and that's what you're going to pay typically if they do like a tax-free option.
Not
So,
everyone does it though.
not everyone, but it's quite prevalent. A lot of places do it. A lot of tech stores will do it as well. In
You have to have your
Yeah,
passport on you.
look for duty free signs. Always have your passport on you. Look for duty free signs, and and all you have to do is you bring your passport with your purchase. Sometimes they'll do it. Actually, usually they won't do it at the register, but like there'll be even two like outlets where you can go to. So like there'll be like big outlets, and at the outlets there'll be like a central office where you go with your passport. You have your receipt, and they like straight up will just refund you the tax right there in cash for everything
Huh.
that
Sounds
you
like
have.
something I don't have the time for, but it's
Trust me,
also money. So
you're gonna want to.
yeah.
Unless you got too much, unless you got too much money. But here's one of these places that I absolutely love. This store, Tsukumo,
Come on.
and this is a computer store in
I see the big grass razor.
Akihabara. Yeah, and it's multiple floors. And so you walk up these stairs here, these red stairs,
That's
and you
not
go
very
up.
handicap accessible.
There is an elevator. There is an elevator in there.
Okay, okay.
But here you have you can get your little things here. I don't know what these are.
Oh, these are so funny.
But like there's like everything though there is out in the open. So you can look at it,
You
you can
need computer
hold it.
fans? Yeah, you got them.
Yeah, there's this rack here is only fans. You know,
Yeah, that's the only fan section.
yeah, there's like a streamer area where you can try out different things, and everything is there that you can try out, like keyboards, mice, chairs. There will be something running on a PC you can play. You can even try
Wow.
out headphones and stuff. Checking out that. Uh, there'll be some builds here that you can look at. I think this what's
Yeah,
that?
this is a big ass graphics card. Must be like a 3080
It
or
might be
something.
one of those. It might be one of those. It might be a 3070 Noctua edition, maybe. I don't know, maybe. But they've
That's
got
a
like
that's a Scythe fan. That's a common Scythe fans have
yeah,
that.
yeah, this yeah.
I think I have that in my build. Not this one, but the one at home.
But they have like like these different areas
The
where you can
gaming station.
go, all sorts of like fans running, with their RGB effects, and I think you can even like play with some of the RGB effects. But it's like the perfect place for like somebody who's like a hands-on type person who likes to see how everything looks in like not just like looking at boxes or like a picture on a shelf. um they even have, I don't know if they have any pictures here, but they even
Base.
have like motherboards sitting out, like have like a model of a motherboard sitting out.
That's cool. That's cool.
you know they even have like a custom loop here,
Wow.
couple of custom
Basically,
loop
bring
like
a bring a nice carry-on to bring a PC back.
yeah. No, they got the graphics cards just right out there sitting, right?
Oh man, I can't
Granted,
wait to be carrying a 3090 down the streets of
I
Tokyo.
know, right? No, do a 4090, man. Don't be so weak. Come on.
Well, I don't know if I can afford that yet.
Yeah. Sorry, you just eat ramen. Oh wait, no, you won't be able to afford it then, depending on
No,
how many
yeah.
toppings you get. But they have even like well, here's like power supplies. But it's I love it that you can just like walk through and like everything is all right there. You know, like
Logic
they
cool.
yeah, Logicool. It's so funny when I was there. I was like, Logicool, what the heck is that? Like, is that some sort of like
It must
knockoff
be
brand of
Logitech. Yeah,
Logitech? And it's like, no, that's actually the Logitech brand in Japan is Logicool.
I love that.
I thought it was a rip-off brand, and then I looked it up. I was like, oh, okay, all right. But yeah, here they got your oh
Aki,
some
Akihabara.
some gaijin taking a picture.
Oh man, where's your mask, buddy?
I know, right? That's November 7th, 2017.
No, but even
Mhm.
like even then, I'm sure everyone was wearing masks.
Nah, November 2017.
Yeah.
Only if you're
Oh,
sick.
a gun. No, that's not a gun.
I know. I was like some sort of robot thing. But they even had like I'm trying to find like the picture, but like they basically had like even like they even had like motherboards sitting out. Like they have like your packaging for your Threadripper stuff, just sort of all just sitting out for you to see.
This is too tempting. I'm gonna get a Threadripper as well.
I know, but isn't it great? Oh, also here's
So
something
great.
key: umbrellas. If it starts raining, you need to get an umbrella, or you should get an umbrella. Cause why not?
I should get a Japanese umbrella.
Do
That'd
it.
be my souvenir.
Now, if
I'll
you
get
want,
them with like anime things on it.
yeah. But here, if you want though, because this is just one shop, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of other shops there too that
Oh
have
man, there's
a
must
lot
be.
of like other things. But the great thing is that there's also like in that area's Yodobashi camera as well. Um, I'm gonna go here to we're in Akihabara, so right by Akihabara Station here. There's where is it? Is it right here? Lawson. No, here's Akihabara Station. Yodobashi camera. This is a very, very big area. So this is like a multi-level sort of mall. But there's like a lot of different like electronics there if you want like cameras and stuff. Um,
23,000
phones.
views.
This is one of the things I love about Japan. In front of restaurants, they will have these plastic models of everything like
Big pita bread.
that restaurant sells. It looks like naan maybe, but a lot of them will have a lot of it, not everything, but a lot of their popular dishes definitely, right? So they'll have their popular dishes there, and it's great as like somebody who can't read Japanese or understand. You can go and you can look and you actually see like what your food is gonna look like on the plate. And you're like, oh, that looks like something I'd want to eat. Then you can go in, and
I have a
then
question about this actually.
yeah,
So like sometimes when especially in like normal cities, Toronto, you always like look for the best restaurant, right, on
yeah,
Google or something.
mm-hmm.
So, but then that can also lead you down like a time trap where you're constantly just thinking, okay, where the fuck
Yeah,
should we eat, right? So,
yep,
how do you, and when you went to Japan, you're
yeah.
multiple times, like, do you just
Mm.
pick a place off the street? Like, how do you suggest like wasting the least amount of time, but still making sure you get like the best food in that area?
Um, here's the thing. It's going to be almost impossible to get the best food in an area. You just have to get what you want,
Mhm. I
and
see.
what you want will be good.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like 99 times out of 100. Like me and my wife, we even went to like a one time when we were in Kyoto, we went to uh what is it called? Okonomiyaki. So like the pancake, like the Japanese sort
Yeah,
of
the
pancake
pancakes,
thing
yeah.
that you make, right? The place we went, like It was disgusting. Like the place was disgusting. Like it was gross. Like there was like dust and oil on like the walls, on everything. The bathroom was like one of those old school
Like
Japanese
this.
like squatting toilets, and like there was like pictures of celebrities that had been there, but like all these celebrities were like dead. And it was like just like this place was like very clearly past its prime.
Literally washed up.
But
Well, not even washed up. Needed to be
but
washed up.
the okonomiyaki was delicious.
Wow.
It was delicious. It was so good. And we were kind of like worried. We're like, oh my goodness, is this like gonna be bad? Like, are we gonna get like food poisoning or something? We thought it was like really, and we like, but it was delicious. It was so good. It tasted so good, and it's like,
That's
it
good to know.
it's very hard to find a place that's not good, especially if it's
Okay.
Japanese food. Because if it was bad Japanese food, it would go out of business. Because
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
Japanese people would eat there, unless it's
Mhm.
like some like. And usually the food that's subpar is foreign food that they're trying to serve there. Because like you can get away serving a not so great hamburger, you can get away with serving a not so great burrito in Japan, because a lot of
No one
people
knows.
they don't know what a
Yeah.
really good hamburger is like, you know but so a place like this looks, I think, like a like Indian uh food, maybe.
Yeah.
This curry place, yeah. Yeah. Kari.
$13 back in China.
Yeah, the curry is pretty good in Japan.
That oh, no, I love curry. The
And
Japanese
Japanese
curry.
Japanese curry is really good too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, where's that Japanese curry place that was near your old work? Do you know what that's called? This place has such a good curry. You can't remember where your work was located?
Wait, Spinay, weren't you only in Hong Kong for like a little bit? So like one of the only meals you got
You
there
don't
was shit.
remember? Hmm? What was it? Kayabacho?
Oh,
Kayabacho, is that
never
that
mind.
Kayabacho? Kayabacho. Okay. It was near Kayabacho? We're doing a little here we go, near Kayabacho
A
station.
little exploring. We're going nostalgia
Yeah. This
for
is close to
Jay.
where my wife used to work.
Did he used to pick her up and stuff?
I was only there once when she was I'm going to look for curry.
Heavy traffic in this area.
Yeah. Hinoya curry?
Curry house.
Curry house.
Japanese spice curry. Maybe the Indian curry.
No, it was like
Seems like a lot of new places too.
yeah, it was a place where you walk downstairs into like a basement, and it was like, is that it? No, I don't think that's it. Some dude walk in there. Ooh, we can get it with squid.
Wow.
Fancy. It's hard to even like, no, that's ground level. Definitely not the right one. But the way it was is that there was like it was on one of these roads here, and it was like you walk down these steps that you thought you were gonna fall down, and it was like one of these mom and pop shops that uh, you just know that they had this old family recipe that nobody was ever gonna know about except for them, and it was so good, such a good curry. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
I'm hoping I'll find those kind of experiences.
Yeah, but like even though if you go like uh Coco Curry, which is a I knew to go into this basement restaurant because my wife worked near this area, and the curry place was, I think, a place that they would go with their coworkers. No? Oh, Oh, it's a place that you would go to get curry for your supper? Oh, okay. Was it walking distance? But you can't find it? Is it maybe closed? But yeah. Ah, it's closed down unfortunately. But it was delicious. Coco curry's half decent too. Like it's a chain, but it's not too bad.
Mm, I see.
Um but yeah, back at Yodobashi, there's like a whole like level of, oh, here you go. Pastries, donuts.
Oh, it does look so good.
Here's a foreign food that's really typically good in Japan is like their bread and like baked goods and like sweets and that. Amazing. Like croissants and that. So good. But yeah, here you can see like, different places they'll have like their models of stuff. Here you can see this place, they've got dogs and panda bears. No, I'm just kidding. These are toys. But
Yeah, they're not gonna. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But there's like a beer garden here as well. Oh, you found it? Oh, are you gonna send it to me in can you send it to me in Discord? But yeah, the French Toast Factory. There's also a good place here for oh, here it is. Okay. Is it still open?
Big ass mall.
Nice. Yeah, it's absolutely massive. Here it is. Here's your top secret curry place.
Let's see
This
what
is
the review is.
this is the okay here.
Go on in.
Yeah, 4.1, which is yeah, it's not It's Japanese curry, not Indian curry. So don't expect Indian curry, but it is
Both good. Both good.
very very delicious. So here you've got your rice, you've got your curry. I think there's some cheese
Yeah,
in
looks
there,
like there's some cheese on top. Yeah.
and then there's a soft egg. So you put that with your soft egg, and then you eat your curry together. Oh, it's so good. I absolutely loved it. Uh, it it doesn't look so good in pictures, but it is delicious. And here's how you know though that a Japanese place is really good. Is that it's not a 5 star. Typically, 5 star places are frequented by foreigners a lot, or like very highly rated, like
Yeah.
high 4 end, because Japanese people will not typically give a perfect rating to anything. Uh, 3 stars, 3 to 4 stars is a good way to see if something's like, if it's 3 to 4 stars and you don't see a lot of ratings where there's like people speaking not Japanese. So if there's 3 to 4 stars and it's all Japanese written reviews,
It's good.
there's a good chance that's a pretty good restaurant because
Nice.
it's Japanese locals are going there, and there is I don't understand this. There's like a baked potato with a piece of butter. These
Well, it
things
could
are
be just a baked
so
potato.
these things are so delicious. These are pickled onions or shallots.
Oh, really?
Was it lakyo? Nakyo, nakyo, which is really good, and it's a nice little fresh pop with your rich curry.
Amazing.
Yeah,
How's
and
the
yeah,
how's the like been meaning to ask like when you go to Japan you're obviously gonna be like drinking at night and stuff, but
yeah.
how's the washroom situation? Like you're just walking and you're like, fuck, I need to go to the washroom. How do you do it?
How do you do it? Oh man, public
Like
toilets.
is it something that you
Um,
should be concerned about?
well, typically you should go piss where you're at, right? Stations, all train stations will have a washroom that you can just go in and use,
I see. That's good.
which is nice because there's just a ton of them everywhere. But and you won't be really like either you're going to be close to your restaurant where you're having your beers or your bar where you're having your beers, or you're going to be close to the train station, or you're going to be close to your hotel. Like I don't think there's going to
Yep.
be unless you get like turned around and lost somewhere. Uh, Definitely try your very best not to go pee on the street. Find find like a I don't know. A few times I've gone in like just like office buildings There's always a restaurant open somewhere.
Yeah, I
And
see. I see. Yeah, I don't think I have the confidence to pee on the street.
no,
So
you should definitely do not go pee on the street. I
yeah,
Not in Japan. Not in
that's
Japan.
yeah. I don't want to
Um,
spend the night in jail or something.
yeah, you don't. I I don't know if they'd send you to jail, but it's just ridiculously disrespectful.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
that's
Oh,
Roppongi
people do it,
probably.
yeah, in Roppongi. Oh yeah, drunk people in Roppongi probably, yeah. But yeah, if you're going to also too, if you're gonna go to Akihabara, like if you're planning on going to a maid cafe, probably Akihabara is gonna be where you're gonna find
Yeah,
the most
that's what I've
maid
heard.
cafes. Um,
Yeah.
I've never been to one. My wife kind of wants to take me to one, or at least wants to go to one to see what it's like. Yeah, you just want to go just by yourself to see what it's like. I don't really have a big interest in it, but like, hey, if that's your thing, Akihabara is like the place for it. Although you're gonna be with like a bunch of sweaty nerds.
Man, yeah, sweaty man.
There's gonna be so many sweaty nerds around you. It's gonna be kind of, I don't know. To me, it would be like kind of weird. But
I want to get an Omi rice
yeah.
at a maid cafe and then have
Oh yeah.
someone like perform a deliciousness spell on it
Yeah.
or some shit.
Oh yeah. You're omurice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I accuse someone of being Albert Wesker on the street randomly if I think they look like him? Of course you can. They might not understand you, but hey, some people want to take photos with servers just to prove that they are with a person in real life
Ew.
at some
Ew.
point, Spinny. That's just
Ew.
sort of their thing. But yeah, Akihabara is great. There's a place here. What is it? Tully's Coffee is kind of like a Starbucks type coffee. There's Starbucks there too. There's some really great like. Okay, here's the thing. Akihabara is in
Anime
large.
hobby.
It's a huge anime place, but also it's a huge. There's gonna be a buttload of tourists there. So if you want to avoid tourists, Akihabara is gonna have a ton of tourists. But let me show
So go
you.
for your anime stuff and then leave.
Let me show you though a little something something. If you want to get something very special for somebody,
Ooh.
here's an interesting thing. This is in Akihabara.
Ooh.
All right, this is in Akihabara. You look here, like what? There's a gym here. Nothing special, right? Nothing special.
Is this a
This,
mystery? Like, are we
this,
supposed to say something?
yeah. No. Like this is right next to like this is the train tracks here in
Yeah.
Akihabara. Oh shoot, what did I just do? I just put a picture there. Oh no,
Yeah.
did I just lose it? I lost the mystery. Oh no.
It's even more mysterious
Now
now.
it's super mysterious.
I'll take
Okay.
this time to say, guys, your
Super.
pillow, your picture with your anime pillow will come to light.
It'll
If you're
come.
taking pictures with servers, your anime picture with
Yeah.
your wife pillow
It'll.
will come to light someday.
She'll come to life if you take enough pictures with her. All right. I gotta open the old tab. Where did it go? See here? Yes, this is it. Okay, good. All right, we're back to the
What is
mystery.
GPU?
No. We're coming back. Don't worry. We're here. Under this bridge, there's a little thing here. Little doorway.
Ah,
This 2K 540 Artisan. Closed Wednesdays, but every other day of the week it's open 11 to 7. This here is a very neat little area underneath the train tracks where there's a bunch of little artisan shops. So Japanese artisans, they making like jewelry, leather stuff. I think there's like some artwork, some stationery, even like shoe design stuff. Like very, if you want to find like very unique gifts for somebody, this is a great area. Or even if you want to get something really cool for yourself that you can't get anywhere else.
What
Oh, here,
station is
oh,
this?
this looks like a brewery in here. Is there a brewery deep in there, maybe? Or is that just the, no, maybe it's just the, let me see. Doesn't say, I don't see any biru. But yeah, this is like, there's just a bunch of really cool little stores, little creepy, big old creepy bunny there. It's grayed out.
Yeah. Oh my god, Black Bunny.
Yep,
Did they even blurt it out because they thought it was a person?
it's too terrifying. But yeah, like a
Pretty
lot
bad.
of really neat shops here, and it's like it goes for a while. It's pretty big, and like
Nice.
from the outside, you can't even like see anything in here. Like there's no clue, right?
It's a
You
hidden
go
gem.
you go out here, right, on the street, and it's like you have no idea that there's something in there like that.
Yeah, it just
And
looks like some alleyway like
yeah,
get
it was
murdered in or
it was
something.
it was a really cool accidental discovery when I was in Akihabara the one time, and I was just like, oh, what's in here? And it was like, this is so cool. There's so many different stores in that. Unfortunate thing is, I was there on a Wednesday, and all the stores were closed.
Ah, shit.
But yeah, if you move into like in also in Akihabara area, there's I'm gonna back out of here. I don't want to be going like through every street here, but in Akihabara, there's a lot of like I think up over, is it up over this way? There's like um used PC stores stuff as well. So like they have like old like 2000 series processors. And even in this like one area I found like there was like a flea market of like just like a bunch of like really old like computer parts that people were just like selling. And it was like really kind of neat to sort of see that, because that was something that was kind of a like you don't see like a computer parts flea market typically anywhere. So it was kind of neat for me. There's Big Camera. That's also another famous camera store. Uh,
Big.
yeah, Big Camera. There you go. I don't know what that is, but it's a robot man. Like the other Gundams.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
in the other store as well.
A
Must
lot
be
of
a popular
Lego
robot.
here and some wine.
Oh
They got
man.
everything. But yeah, a lot of cameras and stuff, and a lot of these places there will be, especially like these bigger, like Bic and Yodobashi. Here's a place where you would want to look for like Japanese whiskey. I think there's actually some Japanese
And big
whiskey.
camera.
There's some whiskey here. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't think, right? But there's like a whiskey area here. This is all whiskey. They even have like an oak bottle where you put your whiskey in, and you can put it in that oak bottle and age it. But what I found is that a lot of the Japanese whiskeys now, sort of wandering back to that topic of Japanese whiskey. Oh, here you go, some anime.
You always wander back.
Yeah, I know. Uh, is that Japanese
That's in the
whiskey,
air.
especially like Japanese whiskey? Yeah, just I did not call C-3PO Gundam. All right.
Everything's a Gundam now.
Yeah. So there's yeah, just copious amounts of these. Oh, here you go. If you want like pricing on
Is that
these
is
are
that 22? Oh, okay.
that
Alright.
22,000 like
Like
228
like
bucks.
30 bucks.
228.
Oh yeah, shit. My mistake.
And that though, but again, take 10% off cuz that's with tax, right?
10% off is nothing when you're
So
paying
you're about 200.
280 dollars.
You're about 200 bucks. You're about 200 bucks, right? So here you go, some more of
Your Gundams.
yeah. These are here's more of your Power Rangers toys. Um
This is the realistic Gundams.
yeah, the realistic Gundams. But like it's a little bit of everything in here as well. You get a bunch of Pikachus. That Star Trek dude. I'm just saying things to trigger people now.
All these Gundams.
But yeah. Oh, here you go. Speed Racer. Is that Speed Racer? I don't know.
This is the vehicle Gundam.
This is the vehicle. This is Autobots. You can
Yeah.
tell because it's a car. That's an Autobot. Oh, here you go. Is this here's
Oh
yeah.
shit, this is the Gundam section.
There you go. This is for you.
fuck.
This is for you, Spinny. This is all for you right
Wow.
here. Right here.
These are all FGs as well. This is sick.
Mm.
Oh, there's my Jagan, the one I just built.
Yeah. So let me see. Can we
Oh,
see?
it's
Can we see prices on these?
No.
I can't see prices, but at a lot of these, like Big Camera, there's also they'll have a like a discount for people buying with foreign credit cards, where they'll give like a 3% discount or something additionally, because just to pay for your foreign transaction fee to
That's
incur.
very courteous of them.
Yeah, it's very nice of them. And then also too, there will be like a tax-free area where you can bring it and then get the tax. Yeah,
I need a suitcase just for the Gundam.
yeah. Oh, here you go. Some more whiskeys.
Is that a fucking
think no.
unicorn?
Where? These are
Oh,
whiskeys, man.
Just the Gundam thing.
No, do you just look at the Gundam?
Yeah, I'm still looking.
There's probably a unicorn in there somewhere.
There's
There's
on the
there's
left.
the unicorn right here. Right here's the unicorn. You'll see him. When the stream catches up, you'll see him.
I don't know. I didn't. Oh, there it
Yeah.
is.
You actually saw a unicorn? There is a unicorn here somewhere. Probably.
No, there is. It's
Right
on
here?
that
No.
black and
No,
yellow
wait.
one. The black and yellow one.
This guy?
No, like 3 to your left, 2 to your left after that. I think that's it. That's a
Yeah.
unicorn for sure.
I don't know.
Bottom
Yeah.
shelf.
There's just everything here though. They have very expensive alcohols here as well.
Oh, you know I love my alcohol, my plum wine. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But that's one of the funny things is that in Japan there's like just everything is there in a lot of these places.
I need to
Yeah.
I need to bring back some alcohol.
No,
for you guys.
exactly. It's a tax-free place, so it's just like here's everything that tourists want to buy. Buy. Baby buy. Bye. But my younger brother is actually very into photography, and he was saying too though that at like Big Camera you can get some decent deals versus like he is saying specifically for lenses, because you got to be careful. Any camera you buy will most likely have like Japanese firmware, so like the menus are all in Japanese, so you can't, I don't think you can convert them over to English at all, some of them. So if you're gonna buy a camera there, or if you're gonna buy something, I think you can get decent deals. He's picked up a few was it Tamron lenses there, and he said like the pricing there is much better than here. Oh, here, I think there's some more. There's Gundam here. Is that the one that you put the head in upside down with? Right
No,
here?
that's not the one.
No?
That's not the one.
Oh, okay. You're like, shut up. But yeah, so that's good. And also too, if you're looking for like, if you have like, I don't know, if you have like a bunch of people that you like to do like get like souvenirs for and that. But if you're looking for like cheap souvenirs, there's always the Japanese dollar store.
Keep souvenirs? No. I want to get that. I want to make sure. I want to make sure I bring back a bunch of alcohol.
Yeah.
And I may bring back like I don't know. We'll see. If I'm gonna go with the carry on, but technically I can bring
Yeah.
one check in as well.
Yeah, you have an
So I got
allowance for a checked one. So
Yeah.
that's my recommendation is that you because since you're doing direct too, it's very unlikely that they'll lose your luggage.
No, it's very unlikely.
Right. So, but yeah, my wife absolutely loves like dollar stores in Japan. Like we've like filled up a check bag with just dollar store stuff before.
Wow.
Yeah. And her argument though, which is a decent argument, is at least it's dollar store stuff. and not, like from an expensive store. I'm like, all right, but like if you're looking for like, inexpensive, gifts from Japan for somebody, right?
No, the store's
Or
good.
if you've got like a bunch of people that you're looking to, get like, uh, you know, souvenirs for really quick. It's much better, much cheaper too than like getting stuff at the airport, which is always going to be gouging you like crazy. And also
Oh,
there's
the
like,
duty free that's not
yeah.
actually cheap.
Well, here's the thing. Why would you buy a duty free in the airport when basically all of Japan is duty free?
Yeah,
Not all of
and
it,
it
but like
has
a lot.
amazing selection.
There's so many stores though that are duty free. Well, in Tokyo specifically, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, bigger cities, you're going to have a lot of duty free stuff. Yeah, if you're out in like, I don't know, like Kanazawa, maybe not so much. There's maybe a few, but like every single Uniqlo I've been in is all has like a tax-free desk where, they'll, yeah.
I hate paying tax.
I know, well, you don't have to. All throughout.
Is there a way to not pay in Canada?
No. Not without going to jail. Right? Do you ever haggle in the store? Absolutely not. You just pay the price.
It's very
Haggling,
easy. It's very easy
trying
to
to talk,
haggle when you don't know
trying to talk down
Japanese.
the price, asking for discounts and
It's probably you can probably do it,
oh
but
yeah. My wife's like, you can try that at the fish market, but not in like a store. Maybe yeah, maybe at like a market stall you could, but it's tough to haggle because usually there's like a language barrier as well. Yeah, so if you know how to haggle in Japanese, then maybe at like a market. Or yeah, your gaijin power, you like pick it up and you're like, yeah, throw a little wink. Hey,
Gaijin powers.
how's it going? Gaijin power, baby. You're like, hey, this
I'm not
crab,
blonde though,
this
so
crab. You don't have to be blonde. It's all right. Although it doesn't hurt.
it
Um,
doesn't hurt too
does
much.
it doesn't hurt. Just dye your hair blonde before you go.
Fuck.
wear wear blue contact lenses. Just go.
Yeah, frosted tips. I have to get some frosted tips
Frost
on.
your tips. No, definitely don't. But if you are looking though to buy like something in Japan, like I was looking like when I went, I bought like a processor for my wife's computer the one time,
You
and
went and bought a processor.
no, like I
Did you
went into Akihabara and I bought like a processor there. Like sometimes there's some stuff that's actually a decent deal. Here, maybe not so much. Like you're looking at like, I like pulled
take
this up
it?
right here. Like you're looking at like $800 for 7950X, and but actually that's closer to $720 because you're not paying tax on it. Although coming back, you're gonna have to pay tax. I think that's past your
Oh yeah,
allowance. But
yeah. No, it's $800, I believe.
yeah, but here it's what, $800 anyways.
You just tell them that you brought the processor from Canada.
Yeah, and you brought it there. It was
Yeah,
part of the process.
the Japanese on the box doesn't
Yeah,
have anything to do with it.
yeah. But no, it's good. There's some good. Let me see what else.
These are on sale too, like 50% down, 32% down.
Oh, these. Oh yeah, they're saying yeah, sale.
It's sale time, guys.
Threadripper Pro is 1,000,000 yen, 5995 WX. Actually,
Where's that?
you can buy
$100,000.
Threadripper 5000 series on their own in Japan, which is interesting because here you can't. I don't think. I don't think you can buy Threadripper 5000 series on their own. You can only buy them in a build.
In a bundle.
So if you want to buy a Threadripper on its own, although this is weird, this is like a $10,000 CPU. It's a little bit
Guys,
crazy.
just book a flight to Japan and buy a Threadripper.
Yeah,
We're going for the Threadripper, not another trip.
yeah, yeah. My wife is like, your stream is lagging, so Freaky can probably not see what you're talking about. I'm like, yeah.
No, that's true.
Oh, you
But
can't see this? Oh, oh, you're right.
well,
It is only half. that is weird.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
mention
cut
it. My
off. Oh
apologies.
my goodness. Yeah,
You need to
whatever. I
fit the
didn't
screen.
yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't set this up for I set this up more for like Google Map stuff. But yeah, a good site though if you're looking for any sort of things that you want to buy specifically is this site. It's Kakaku. So KAKAKU.com. And it's like a shopping site where you click on stuff. You can translate this if you need to or if you want to. Uh, and you can find, here you can just go, it's like, what's the translation for Intel CPU? And, you can click on items and it'll show you pricing and it'll show you where it is.
Hmm.
If you do like a translate to English,
Yeah.
it'll show you in English roughly what it's saying. But you can find then stores that you can go to and, get like tax free or whatever. So it's handy if you want to look if you're looking to buy a specific product when you're in Japan. Obviously, if you're not, then who cares? But oh, here,
Definitely convenient.
yeah. Oh, here's another thing I wanted to talk about. This is a gyoza place, which is right near where my wife's house was when she lived in Japan, and they had such. This is where I felt this place's gyoza is what made me fall in love with gyoza. And it's right by this like station, way out of the way. You probably would never go there, but it's right by Nizue. Oh, is it a chain? Oh, oh, okay, all right, nice. So, Gyoza no Osho.
Gyoza no Osho.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is a good one.
Chinese
Uh,
restaurant.
Chinese restaurant? Yeah, gyoza is Chinese, but
Makes sense. No.
it's ramen's also Chinese, right? So there's a lot of Chinese food that is Japanese food. It's like it has something to do with like the China taking over Japan a long time ago, and sort of that's where a lot of these dishes that are traditionally viewed as being Japanese actually came from. Like but also ramen is kind of a throughout Asia, right? Uh, Also, too, dumplings, pot stickers, gyoza, whatever you want to call them. That's also across. It's not just a Japanese thing, similar to ramen, right? Hey, Annie's in the house. How's
Hey,
it
what's up, Annie?
going? How's it going? But yeah, in Tokyo, there's uh, it's very hard to find a restaurant that's not going to be good
Mm.
unless you go to like Denny's or
Annie's in Tokyo.
or there's actually a lot of Denny's in Tokyo.
Whoa, who do they serve? Like, what's the audience there?
I don't
What's
know,
the
but
target
here,
market?
what? Wait, let me go back here. Sorry, I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna put in Denny's. Look at how many Denny's there are.
They want the American breakfast.
Look at how many Denny's there are in Tokyo. There's more Denny's in Tokyo than there is in like Toronto.
You know, there's only like one or two Denny's in Toronto.
I know.
I've been to it. It's actually pretty good.
Oh yeah. No, we've gone over the 7-Eleven situation. KFC there does slap, but you know what? When you're in Japan, instead of getting KFC, unless you're in Japan at Christmas time, there's no reason to eat KFC. All right? Christmas is the only time you should be eating KFC in Japan.
Is that a staple for Christmas time? Fried chicken.
KFC had this like crazy ad campaign back in the 90s or something, maybe late 80s, early 90s, um, where they basically made it like, you want to celebrate Christmas, you go to
Some KFC.
KFC. And like
Yeah, get some fried chicken.
literally it's a tradition throughout Japan, I think. Throughout Japan. Even like Hokkaido maybe? Do they even do it in Hokkaido? And like all the way down to Okinawa? Maybe not Okinawa, but like going out to get KFC at Christmas time is like a thing. It's like I guess it's like well, Americans have a bird at Christmas. Chicken is a bird. KFC is
Yeah.
American. Makes sense, you know? I don't know. Maybe it was something like along that lines, but KFC is like slammed at Christmas because everybody is getting KFC for their Christmas dinner. It's
Christmas rush.
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, no, it's funny, like there's Denny's and that, but yeah, I was telling him to yeah, turkey's not really a thing in Japan, but yeah, if you want karage. Oh, sorry, I should have put two A's. So bad. But yeah, karage. So you just gotta find like a good karage restaurant.
Yeah, I'm sure like Google Maps doesn't show everywhere as well. Like
Yeah.
there's restaurants you don't see on Google Maps.
hmm
Just pass by.
This one looks promising. It's kind of not in a touristy area. You got a 4.3, 158 reviews.
Chicken restaurant.
This guy,
How is oh fuck.
yeah, like look at these. That's some good looking chicken.
Yep.
But yeah, they have really karage is like amazing. Also, another dish you're gonna probably want to look at getting. This is one of my favorites. Is tonkatsu.
Yeah, tenkatsu.
Tonkatsu is so good. You get it. I don't know, something like this. Now there is a tonkatsu that you can get where it is like yeah, there's just tonkatsu places all over, and there's you can get pork tenderloin tonkatsu, which is my favorite.
Oh man. I
So
like the chicken one, but pork is really good too.
yeah, huh? Yeah. Okay. Oh, really? Hot pepper. So Hot Pepper magazine. Oh, here it is. Hot Pepper magazine. So apparently, my wife
Oh,
is
this has
saying
all the
this has a lot of like coupons for like
ah.
restaurants and magazine or restaurants and like well, hair salons and stuff too. But yeah, you can get like I don't know. I can't read anything here, but obviously if you do your translate, I'm doing this in Firefox, so there's no I don't think there's like a
No
I don't know if there's
automatic
a
translate
yeah, there's no like
notification.
automatic translate, but like yeah, I can't see any uh yeah, but yeah,
They have a
you
bunch of coupons, right?
yeah, but the great thing is that it's also like a Japanese magazine for, Japanese people, so it might like get you to places that, you know, typically are not going to be filled with you know,
I see, I
oh,
see.
here we go. Here's the restaurant
With
one.
Turisto.
Yeah, so you get to places that are not so like touristy. So that might be a decent trick too for if you want to, if you want to go out to like places that Japanese people like to go to. Cuz
Yeah.
that's like for me that's always like the trick is like finding a place where it's not a tourist trap. Oh,
hmm
there is a thing in Japan. You'll probably love this. Is there are places that do all you can drink.
I've heard about that. You pay like a set fee, and then
Yeah,
you just for the time period you drink as much as you want.
exactly. So I I did that once at a we were at a we were at a hotel, and like the hotel dinner there was like a buffet, and they're like, "Oh, there's also all you can drink too." I was like, "Oh, I think I'll do that." Yeah, I think I'll do that. So I like start off with a beer. I was like, "Okay, good, good." I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll have a Japanese whiskey." Yeah, I'll have a whiskey. Bring me a whiskey. And it was like, I don't know, like maybe like two finger whiskey. I finish it. I'm like, "Oh, I'll have another whiskey." And I feel like they might have been like getting a little bit like impatient with me because the whiskey they brought back was like almost like it was like I don't know, like an inch from the top of the glass. It was like
My
so
God.
full. They're like It was like they were like, "All right, buddy, think you can
Here's
drink,
your
huh?
drink.
Here's your
Yeah.
drink. See if you ask for another one after that." It
Oh
was
man.
so.
Did
It
you ask
was
for
like
another one after that?
I was so tempted to, but I was like, okay. Well, we were there with like my in-laws, but also my uh our daughter too, who was like, I think like she was like, yeah, 3-4 months
You
at the
must have been
time.
young,
So
really young
she's
then.
like 3-4 months old, and I was like, all right, um, I can't like as a good husband, as a supportive
You
husband,
can't
I
you
can't
can't
just
get
get I can't
wasted.
get trashed. I can't be hungover the next day either. So I need to be, you know, functioning. So I was like, all right, I'll stop. I was so tempted to just be like, oh yeah, I'll have another one, just to see them go like,
Oh my
oh,
god.
oh my goodness,
You're like,
this
I have
guy.
my battle, boss battle.
Yeah. See, the funny
Oh, you
thing
can
is, yeah, it was Santori. It was, I think it was Santori.
oh,
Oh,
you can drink
thank you, Annie. Yeah,
responsibly. Die of alcohol poisoning,
yeah. Oh
or at
wait,
least be passed out, like blackout.
yeah. Where's the is it Asakusa? No, where's the golden poop? Where's that big? What's the famous shrine? That famous shrine in Japan.
Or golden poop.
The golden poop. I'm just gonna put in golden poop. I think it's off the Sumida River somewhere. Let me see. Golden poop. We're going to the golden poop here. Golden poop. There it is. Wait, what? It's in Akihabara. No, it's not in Akihabara. No, that's sorry, we're doing directions here. Asakusa. All right. I knew it. I knew it. Let me just how do I get there? Oh, here we go. There we go. Asakusa. Golden poop is right. I'm gonna show you the golden poop. Yeah, it's the Asahi Beer building. It's so funny because like okay, I think yeah, right here. The golden poop.
The golden poop.
Just you wait until you see
Wow, that's huge.
it.
That's huge.
What it's supposed to be is like beer foam blowing in the wind. So here, I'll give
Ah,
you but
oh, it's just the
everybody
side. This is the head office
yeah,
building.
yeah, Asahi. So like here's their head office, right? And so it's like it looks like a full beer glass with foam at the top.
Uh huh.
And then this, I don't know what were they were thinking, but
Looks like someone's
it
hair or some shit.
it looks like a big old golden poop. Just sort of somebody drank a
Yeah,
beer.
move, 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 move. Drag more to your right.
Oh shoot. There we go. There we go. That's better there.
Yeah, it's I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah, they must have been drinking a lot of Asahi. Oh, a good thing to go to is the Sky Tree. It
Yeah,
is
the sky tree's right there.
it is a tourist trap. Yeah, the golden toothpaste. It is a tourist trap, but it's
Wharf.
it's definitely worth it because you get to see just how big Tokyo is. Because you will get up there, and I promise you, from that observation deck, you will not be able to see the end of the city in any direction.
Holy shit.
In any direction, the city just keeps going on and on.
Definitely a good place to go to then.
Yeah. Also, at the base of Skytree is
Is there Gundams?
no, there isn't. I don't think. Maybe I don't know. But there is a there
House
is a
cafe.
there's a beer place here. Beer garden. Let's see. There's a beer garden here of sorts. There it is. World Beer Museum.
World Beer Museum.
Yeah. So there is
Those French fries look like shit.
yeah, those French fries don't look great. But there is a lot of really good beers here. And you can get Hofbrau beer as well in your massive 1 liter. There's Paulaner as well. Again, it's like you don't have to get. Probably shouldn't get like uh, German beers while you're in Japan, but you can get some nice cured meats. But there you go. There's your Hofbrau liter beer.
Oh yeah, I'm totally going just Japanese beer when I'm
Yeah.
there. You've been to Japan a few times? Like, have you made friends along the way, like just random people?
Just random people, not really. Most of the friends I've made, like I've never gone to Japan as a single man. Let's just put it that
Mm.
way. I've never been to Japan as a single man. And so really it's been me visiting my wife and getting to know her, her family, and friends of her family too. So I've made friends with her family, friends. Some of them, one of them he just got married and he barely speaks English. I barely speak Japanese, but he's a really funny
Yeah, just vibe.
outgoing he's a really funny outgoing guy. And so like no, I'll tell you a story because like in Japan, one thing too that you need to try is onsen. Okay,
Onsen, yeah, I'm gonna go for sure.
and like everybody's naked there, and like it was kind of
Oh
like,
shit,
yeah, no, everybody's naked though, so it's all good. Uh, it's
is that
equal.
something you're comfortable with?
Yeah, I wasn't like super like I'd never been like in that sort of a situation before, so it was new for me, nude for
So
me,
like,
if you will.
s-
Um,
so awkward question. Like, do you trim down the garden before you go, or do you just
hey, you do whatever you want. You trim it if you want. You don't. If you don't, everybody is there with all sorts of different
Yeah, yeah.
stuff, and there's no judgment.
Okay, cool.
It was really funny though, because like when I was there, um, so we're there, and it's kind of like a little bit sort of like like I've just like I haven't really spent a lot of time with my brothers or my
Uh-huh.
brother-in-laws, right?
Yeah.
And like I think like in total I'd spent like maybe I don't know like a few days with them, maybe not a lot. And so like we go to onsen and we're all like naked. You wash yourself before you go in, so we're washing and like we go into like the first like there's a bunch of like there's hot tubs there, there's cold tubs, there's tubs with like minerals, there's tubs with like electricity, even like pulses in them. There's like things like with collagen bath type stuff as well, and skin treatment things, and there's like just all sorts of
Oh
like
shit.
places where you'll go. And there's even like a carbonated kind of one where it was like
Berry section.
yeah, no, it was ridiculous. And some of them they'll have like the ones that I like, they'll have like a little like outdoor section too, where like there's like sort of like flowing water. It's sort of like a natural type looking place,
Uh-huh.
right?
That sounds nice.
And the funny thing is that the friend, he like you have like a little cloth, and like typically you'll have the cloth sort of sitting on your head when you're sitting in the water, or you'll
Yeah.
like sort of drape it across your bits when you get out. um and what he did, he was like he like held it up across both of his nipples, like he was like just trying to cover that up. And so he like kind of gets out of the tub, with just like the little tiny towel just barely
Yeah.
going across. And it was like just the funniest thing, and it just like made me feel like so much more comfortable. And I was like, all right, this is good, you know.
This is
And
fun.
like, and after that it was fine. And I was like, all right, I love onsen. This is great. And yeah, it's funny. And the funny thing is, there'll always be people sneaking a peek at you. It just happens, you
Well,
know.
like, what
Yeah,
kind of people?
all people, like you're different,
All people.
so you're different. So they'll look at you, not like stare, but they'll like sneak peeks, and you can catch them.
Compare.
Yeah,
Compare.
yeah. It's like whatever. Yeah, they'll check down there. They'll check up there. Oh. Well, they'll see up. They'll see up there. They'll be like, "Oh, this guy's not from here. What's down there?
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
Compare size.
Yeah." It's like, but I don't know. It wasn't like it wasn't like I
Yeah,
don't know.
just
It was just like
your eyes is
funny.
just curiosity,
It was just funny. It's like they're just curious. It's like, all right. I'm not looking to impress anybody, so I'm like, I don't care, but it was just like such a funny experience in that. But it was like kind of like, it was just, I don't know, like it was weird how comfortable it was. Cause like for
Yeah,
me, like if I was like doing that here, I'd be like super uncomfortable. I'd
no
be like,
way.
why
Yeah,
are people looking
yeah.
at me? This is so weird. But like
Even
there it
in
was
the
just
gym
like,
here.
yeah, there it was just like, whatever. I don't know. It,
Yeah,
it, it
that's what
just
it is.
felt, yeah. I was like, all right. But yeah, so yeah, don't jump into onsen. Get in nicely, please.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
don't want to
must have done
splash
it.
people. Yeah. Are there any car museums in Japan or in Tokyo? I think there are. I think there is actually one. Oh, there's a toy museum.
I want to
There's.
see one of those Toyota Century cars.
I
That's
know
what
that
I
would be
want to
really
see.
cool. Uh, I'd have to look where the I went to the Tokyo Auto Show the one time. I have never been to a Tokyo like museum. Let's see, car museum. I don't know. I don't see any car museums. I don't even see. There's a romance car museum. What? Oh, it's a rail and train. Tokyo Doll and Toy and Car Museum. Wow. You want to see a car museum though? You go into like underground parking at like Akihabara or like a major train station, and you'll just see some funny stuff down there. Yeah, actually, you want to know where a cool place to go would be? Was it Rockwell? There's like a bunch of different like Japanese tuners around. You can see even was it Top Secret Japan. There's a place.
Oh, top secret, Nagaya or something, right?
Yeah, there's one here. That one's maybe not so obvious. It's quite secret. Um, but there's a few of them, I think. Top secret. Let's see. I drag the little man here. Let's see, what does it look like? Oh, that's the back side. Oh, there's maybe a. I thought it was different, but yeah, no. Like honestly, you can see like just go to like car dealerships in Japan. They're like
Suzuki.
there'll be like so many like funky like RWB.
I want to rent a Miata while I'm here. While I'm
Yeah,
there.
I don't
Yeah,
think
but
you'll be
like
able.
not in Tokyo. Not in Tokyo.
Yeah, yeah. Get your international driver's license. That'll be key. You can't get a car there if you don't have one.
Okay, good to know.
So
Good to know.
yeah, you have to have an international driver's license if you're going to be driving a car there. Um,
You know, I went to get one for Italy,
yeah.
and like it was the day before I was leaving,
Mm,
because they're like, "Oh, you need an international driver's license."
yeah.
So I went to the CAA store. It's like
Mm.
during one of my work from home days. So I went for lunch. I went there, and they're like, "Yeah, we're closed for 2 hours for lunch."
Oh shoot.
And I said, "Fuck, it, I'm not even gonna get one.
There you
I
go.
don't care." And they accepted me renting
Yeah.
a car there. So,
Although you got to be
but
careful
Japan, I'm
because
sure, is different.
yeah, Japan. I would highly recommend following the rules. Uh, you're expected to, and if you don't, there could be consequences. So follow the rules.
There are
Yeah.
consequences to your
No,
actions.
honestly, don't try and do
No
any like
sketchy shit.
don't bring drugs with you. Don't bring weed or anything like that. That's all illegal. Leave that at home.
Straight to
And
jail.
yeah,
No, no, I don't plan on doing any illegal shit.
yeah, yeah. They have very, very low tolerance for like weed or anything like that. Uh, like you honestly could get like kicked out of the country if they catch you with weed or something. And like, yeah, like asked never to return. So like, don't don't take the risk. Like you
Yeah,
can
I
go
think
you can go for 2 weeks without any of that stuff ever. Like you can do it. And anyone like not saying like
I can go
you're
for
not
two
saying
weeks
you're
here.
yeah, not saying you're like a huge pothead that has to like smoke weed every day, but you know,
I think that's been it.
I'm saying that yeah, I'm saying that more like if anybody wants to, you know, go there, it's like don't even try bringing that stuff into the country. Like literally bring as little with you. The only thing you should be bringing to the country is cash and your clothes.
Guys, the only substances you should do there are Sapporo. Any beer that supports the Japanese economy
Oh yeah.
is very recommended. It's
Yeah.
actually encouraged.
Yep. Oh yeah. No, and there's a like let's see, craft beer. I talked about that a little bit before, but like yeah, there's like a lot of like, you know, craft breweries, but also like, you know, craft beer, it's like brew dog. Well, that looks like a nice thing to have with your beer.
Roppongi. Nice steak. Okay.
Yeah, it looks good,
Very
eh?
nice, nicely cooked.
This
I
place looks
wanna I wanna go to a place where I see him like live fillet a salmon or something. That would be sick.
live fillet. I don't know if you want to see that. Oh, there was a place though. Speaking of that, there's a place that I went to up here in Nanao. There's a market, like a fish market, where you could get the fish, and there was like
Cutting station or something.
there was like
Whatever.
a grill station where you could buy the
Oh,
fish
that
there
sounds so
from
good.
the catch, and you could put it in a grill, like on a grill, and like have it. Let me see if I can find
No,
it
that
here.
yeah, that's what, yeah, no,
Yeah,
I meant to fillet a fish in front of you,
yeah,
not fillet a live fish.
yeah. Okay, good. Okay, okay. I think yeah, here it is. This is the place.
I really want to. So one, my goal for this trip is to eat a bunch of like fish dishes, like salt, like grilled, like it's like exactly
Yeah,
that, like salted. I don't know if what that is, but
yeah.
it looks good.
But this is these these snails here are gross. Not gonna lie, wasn't a fan of them.
Mm.
That was the only thing that I ate that I was like, this is gross. There's something there though that is so good. But yeah, this is basically you get it like a plate of like fresh fish from the market that's there. There's a market there, right?
And what, you
And
grill it yourself?
yeah, and you can take it back to your table and you can grill it.
I prefer like
So there's like a grill here
sometimes
that you're sitting
sometimes a
around.
chef is like way better,
Oh no, honestly,
like salting it and all that.
honestly, yeah, I would be. This is just like if you want that like sort of like fresh like uh waterside type catch experience.
I might go to a fish market, but in terms of like eating it, I think that I
Yeah.
would prefer if they have like a service where they cut it and like or like they cook it or something like that.
Oh, they do. Oh, I want to see. There's a this one. Well, there you go. It's your king crabs. 80, $90 a pop. There's a shrimp there that you can get. Oh, there they are. Right here. So these shrimp, they have their eggs attached to them.
Uh-huh.
It is so good. Oh, Ani knows what's up. The best drug in Japan is Kit Kat matcha green tea flavor.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I'm gonna get a lot of Kit Kat flavors as well.
The
One of my unfortunately one of my friends was supposed to come. He backed out
yeah,
because he waited a long time. Like we got our tickets last Friday, and thankfully they were really cheap,
yeah.
like only 1,200 for the direct flight.
Oh, that's awesome. Is that
Yeah,
return?
like yeah, including going
That's
there and return.
that's there
And
and
it,
back. Oh
yeah,
my,
and I
twelve
used my
hundred,
points,
twelve
and I
hundred
only paid like
dollars
$500.
for tickets there and back, round trip, direct. Yeah, that's a smoking deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah. That's an amazing. I've never seen it that good, ever. That's
so
amazing.
unfortunately we're like, yeah, yo, we booked it. Like you should book
Yeah.
soon. And he waited. It was not even 2 days, and the price went up to 1,600.
Hmm. Still though, 1,600 is not even a bad deal either.
It's not bad.
It's not even a bad deal either.
But he because of the price
Oh,
increase and he had
and
to
he
back out.
and he wants You know what? If that $400 made him back out, it's better that he didn't go.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's like if you're young guys and you're traveling, you don't want to have money as a restriction, especially too if you're going with people that where it's not really a restriction, because it's gonna be hard on you, and they might go like, I'm saying like, not saying you guys are like ballers or anything, but like if you guys are like going out, you're buying stuff, right? Uh, you're not you're not gonna have as you know he's not gonna have as good of a time, if you guys are going to like an expensive restaurant where he can't buy stuff,
Yeah.
or else he's not gonna have enough money for like food before he leaves, right? So it's better that he didn't. But again, it's not like you guys are gonna go and you're gonna see everything in Japan.
Yeah.
You're just going
Exactly.
for 2 weeks. That's like barely enough
Yeah.
for like
Nothing.
Tokyo.
Yeah, I'm obviously gonna go back. It's unfortunate he couldn't come because I was actually really excited.
Mm.
He's a very good guy to get drunk with
Oh,
and all that.
nice.
But if the price like kind of fucked him over, then I guess like it's a good idea just to
Yeah, at the end of the day,
chill.
it's kind of better because like, yeah, if that was the make or break, it's better that he stays home this time. Next time he can go and have fun and really
Yeah,
enjoy himself. And then two, he'll also have the benefit of you guys paying for the mistakes of your initial trip,
yeah. So we can
right?
teach him.
So no, like you guys are gonna make mistakes. Like I'm giving you advice. My advice isn't that great. It's not like it's not like the best advice in the world. Like it's better than nothing, but it's not like the best advice in the world, right? You're
Yeah.
gonna like I'm talking from my perspective, like what's good for me, right? And that might not be something that you're like, oh, that sounds okay, but I'd rather this or
Hey,
that, right?
I know what I like to.
Right. So it's good. You'll have fun. There's also there's what was it? There's a where's it out in where's there's the Miyazaki Museum. I don't know if that's something you
Miyazaki.
guys are into.
What like the? Sorry, is that the
Yeah. Oh,
anime or
sorry.
something?
Yeah. Sorry. It's the oh shoot. They do the Totoro.
Yeah, the
Was
the
it
the guy, the director of the
uh
anime.
Ghibli Museum? There it is. Shing. But yeah, there's a Ghibli Museum.
Ghibli.
Oh, in like southern Japan, even bigger. Oh, oh, yeah.
In terms of my trip, like I really like art, so I'm
Mm.
gonna go try and visit a bunch of art museums.
Okay.
And also I'm gonna just eat a bunch of food and just do a bunch of shopping. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
try and crowd
No,
everything in.
that's
I'm just gonna enjoy the time, and
that's
do a
good.
lot of drinking.
Yeah.
Like a lot of drinking.
Oh, you want to go art? Where's that art? That area that you took me where it's like just like a lot of those independent little art galleries. Remember when I first visited and you took me to like there's like these like random little like art galleries that you could just like walk into. Was it Harajuku? Might be. Yeah. Yeah, very small artists. I think there's a lot around Harajuku, yeah? A lot of small art. Yeah, here's a lot of like contemporary art gallery. This is it. It had like pipes on it. I remember this. Yeah, I found it. Yeah,
Hey,
it's like an old apartment. So you can, like,
open every day, I see. Okay.
yeah. So this is out by Harajuku. It's a lot of art. Yeah. Yeah, it's like kind of like cool little pathway stuff.
2 weeks is not enough, man. I wish I had
Yeah.
more time.
Oh no, you're not gonna have enough time. But yeah, it's just like a very like look at this cat art. There you go. This is the perfect art right
Nice.
here. You're
I
gonna
think I'm
see
gonna
it.
get some of that.
There you
Oh
go.
no. Yeah. Sick.
But yeah, I love that there's a lot of like areas in Japan in general that are kind of like small little cafe with like random stuff for tables, random stuff for chairs. I've seen this in a lot
There's
of
just
other
a
areas
barrel.
too. Here you go. It's like just like this like wow. That's a really cool. It gets even crazy. Oh no, that's nuts. It's like I think somebody just drew that on the wall.
Yeah, a bunch of kaijus looks like.
Yeah, yeah, it looks like something like that. There you go. There's your anime art.
I need to get a I need to get an anime art as well.
Yeah, you
Maybe
need to
a
get a
poster of my waifu.
like it's art. You've seen that, right?
Yeah.
The from The Office. Oh, but yeah, that's pretty much my sort of take on Tokyo. There's probably some other stuff in Tokyo as well. Oh, here you go. Yeah, get your international driver's permit through CAA. Yeah, $30,
Yeah.
and you just
Not
fill out a
bad.
form. Ah,
I
that's
hope they
right.
have Miatas.
Yeah,
I
and
was
he's
actually thinking about going to Hiroshima just to check out the Mazda factory,
yeah.
but
The
probably not
there's
gonna
a
do that.
the bomb museum there is pretty cool too. I think, or is it Nagasaki that has it? I forget which one of those two, but there's like a museum.
Yeah, there's
It,
Hiroshima right in the middle
yeah,
there.
where there's like a memorial museum, and basically what happened, I think both cities, the way that they sort of decided to deal with, they bulldozed 2 meters of soil off, and then or they bulldozed the topsoil off, and then put like 2 meters on top of it of like fresh soil that wasn't radioactive, and that was sort of their starting point. And so like I think the whole city itself is like 2+ meters higher than it was originally.
I see, I see.
And like there's like sections in the museum where there's like a place where you can go underground kind of, and they show sort of stuff at ground level, including I think like radioactive proof, like radiation proof glass, and there's like radiation levels and stuff of like what it's like still. It's very very it's a very somber, very sobering uh place. I
Yeah,
haven't been. My younger brother has been, and he's like taken some really incredible pictures of it. Uh, really cool. Kyoto, I highly recommend. Kyoto is
yeah.
one of the
So
most beautiful cities I've been to.
funny enough, like didn't Kyoto used to be the capital maybe,
Yeah,
and then it changed.
it used to be the capital. What was that?
I see. And so funny enough, I'm actually meeting my friend.
Mm. My wife is saying if you go to Kyoto, you should rent a bicycle.
Rent a
Cause
bicycle. That
yeah,
sounds sick.
because you can get around most of Kyoto with a bicycle.
Nice. Oh, yeah, it looks smaller than Tokyo. I mean, it
Oh no,
still looks huge.
it's actually really quite small compared to Tokyo, Nagoya, and Osaka. And there's some really beautiful like rivers going through it,
Mm.
like and there's some really interesting like architecture here. Let me see if I can.
Ritz Carlton, Kyoto.
Yeah.
Kyoto.
Oh yeah. No, and the interesting thing is like yeah, there's like some of these rivers that go through. It's like blurred out here.
I like how Japanese architecture is like very small buildings. Like you don't.
Mm,
Japan's a huge country, a lot of inhabitants, but most of the buildings are small.
yeah.
I guess because the population's so spread out
Oh,
across the country.
I want to show you an interesting building. I gotta find it. It has like a very it's right along this
Ritz
river.
Carlton.
No. It's like right along this river, and it's like it looks very European. This building.
Uh, I
Let
mean,
me
you
see if
must
it's
know it
here.
pretty well, just scrolling through maps so quickly.
There it is.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? That does not look like a Japanese building at all,
No, it does not. Not
right?
at all.
But
It looks
that's
so out of place.
I know that was my first thought, but it's a very old building, and I think it's back from a while ago. I don't know the exact history of it. All I remember is we went to this place and there's a restaurant here on the river. And oops, oh my goodness, as I dive into this valley or this alley here, there's a restaurant right here on the river.
Hmm.
I keep going into the alley, but yeah, if you look,
Welcome back.
yeah, there's like these like a patio here on the river, and we went there to have like a drink. And it
Hmm.
was funny because I was like telling my wife, I was like, pretend you only speak English and let's see like what happens. You
Does
know,
your wife look very Japanese?
yeah, she
Or
is
could she
Japanese.
pass
Like
off as?
like no, she grew up in Japan. Her parents are
Yeah.
Japanese. She's ethnically Japanese and she's is Japanese. Uh, her citizenship is Canadian, but that's you know, but we're there and we're sitting on the in the patio and we ordered a drink and I ordered in English and the guy like yeah, yeah, they only wanted people eating, so they didn't want to serve just drinks to people.
Mhm.
You had to like get a meal, and we are like kind of like, and like I was like telling my wife, I was like, don't speak Japanese to him, don't speak Japanese to him, and I was like, oh, we kind of just wanted a drink, you know, and the guy kind of like, because
Okay.
I think, well, because we ordered the drink, he put the order in, and then he asked us what we wanted to eat, and then we were like,
And
we
he
just
said,
want a
just
drink,
a drink.
and he was like, oh. So it was funny, but I remember we actually have a picture of this that my wife took in black and white, and it looks really nice. But yeah, I know my voice is
Your
getting tired.
robotic is like really roasting you now. He's getting so comfortable with you. He already knows what your voice sounds like and is
I
tired.
know. He's like, "What's wrong with you? You sound like you're dead, man."
He's his old brain. He has to access all the parts of his past
I
trips, so
know.
it's really exhausting him.
It is. It is. But here's the cool thing: like in uh in Kyoto, right? There's like these little riverways here as well. Like this is a riverway right here, going going through the
The trees don't make it easy to tell, but it's
like here you
looks
have like nice
looks
little.
nice. Damn.
Yeah, it's just really beautiful. You'd ride your bike here. This here is a path, right? Like this is like barely wide enough for a car,
Yeah.
but you can ride
This
your bike.
this sounds it sounds sick to ride a bike through.
Yeah, and you can just like ride along here. There's a really cool there's a fish market right around. Where are you? Family Mart. It's just north of the. Oof.
You know this place well,
I've only been once for 2 days.
only for 2 days.
Yeah, I have a half decent memory when it comes to places. Um, let me just
I'm surprised you remembered exactly where that
that that
weird building
that
was.
building was it. I
Yeah,
have I have a brain for useless information. Let's just put it that way.
the JR station. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I
I'm
know.
actually getting the JR pass, which is good.
Oh, you are gonna get the JR pass. I talked about the
It's
JR
so
pass.
expensive.
It's very expensive. Uh,
Probably
I
worth
would
though.
what I would do is I would plan out your trip before you buy it
Yeah.
and just see how much it will cost to go because sometimes you can't take some of the bullet trains like direct express routes are not covered, some of them
So
on JR
what I
pass.
saw is that all the
Oh,
trains are covered now except like some trips to the northern and southern parts.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I believe there's a ferry service that goes to Hokkaido, and that one you can't use that
Oh
JR
yeah,
pass.
that's understandable. Okay, I was looking at the wrong
Nishiki
station
Market.
here. Nishiki Market,
I've
yeah.
heard about this place. I've heard about this.
Yeah. See, this is the roof here. It goes along here. Let's enter. Let us enter. This was really cool for me. This is like the first sort of like Japanese
What is this?
kind of it's a market. So like there's food in
Oh
here.
shit.
You know, you walk through here, there's the stalls, you've got your seafood and stuff, and you know, you got your ice cream and you know, little spices and fruits even.
I'm gonna come back so fat.
Oh, no, you're going to be walking so much, dude. You're going to burn it all off.
I'm gonna come back buff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come back filled up with omega-3 oils.
there you go. But yeah, there's just so many good like you can get Japan socks here, man. It's like,
Very nice Japan socks.
what do you guys have against Japan? Japan socks, man. What? Why would you say that? Look, they even have like really high socks that go up to your knee.
Those are hot.
Yeah, there was a place I remember in here. There it is. Oh, there it was. The pickles. The pickles.
Ah, the pickles, huh?
So this is all like pickled stuff in these.
Ooh.
Oof. Dang it. You going to bed? All right, I probably should go to bed soon too. As Robloxix has already commented on my tired voice. But yeah, here in this pickle place, right? You can walk around in there and there's like they give you like samples of them
Mm.
to try, which is kind of neat. Yeah. Look.
Definitely a very cool experience. You know, oh, nice.
Big
street food as
size.
well.
Eat now.
Big. Yeah. So I have a question. You know,
Yep.
it's street. I heard that there's not really any garbage cans in Tokyo and like Japan
Yeah.
either. So
Yep.
when you get street food, how do you manage the waste that they produce?
There's not really a ton of street food in Tokyo that I've seen. Not like a lot of like street cart vendors type. There's a lot of restaurants. There's restaurants that you go in and you either sit or you stand.
Okay.
Train stations again will have trash cans.
Mhm.
You can also find trash cans at designated smoking areas. So in Tokyo, you're not actually allowed to be smoking on the street.
Oh fuck, my vacation smoking.
Mm-hmm. So no, but there are like designated areas. And actually, interestingly enough, like in the airport in like Haneda, there's a smoking room.
Oh, and every European airport is
Yeah,
also a
yeah.
smoking
There's a
room.
smoking room at like malls. There's smoking rooms. There's in like downtown Tokyo. I think mostly it's not you're not supposed to be smoking in like anywhere. Actually, it's more acceptable to be drinking on the street than smoking. But there are
Okay, so
designated areas for you to smoke. Actually, like right. I think right over here is a smoking area.
because during vacations I like to socially smoke.
Nope, not
It's
here.
like being cool and shit.
Yeah, you're like I'm cool. It's actually it's very socially acceptable in Japan to be smoking. Like tons of people smoke there, so it's not like they'll be like, "Oh, you're smoking, you're yucky." Yeah. Here's okay. This says no smoking here. Oh no, it says
The only
no.
advice I have for Spinner's comment is it's okay to vacation smoke because vacation smoking doesn't translate to addiction smoking.
Oh, here you go. Here's your if you want some reading materials. There's the Shosen book tower with all your anime that you could ever want.
Wow.
Also, if you're in there's
Wow, do
a
you think I said it's okay to be
oh,
what?
here you go. Here you go. Here's where you'll find gaijin in abundance.
Burger King?
Burger King. It was so funny. I saw people going
No,
into
it's okay to be. It's okay to be. Because you thought I said it, that means I'm okay with it, right? That's like a me thing to say.
You guys are terrible. Stop politicizing my chat.
I'm not okay. She's politicizing it, so I'm just
Listen.
saying vacation smoking is okay.
Okay,
Yo,
that
Roblox,
we'll
remember
leave
this.
it.
You can smoke on vacation.
Don't smoke. Smoking's bad. I say that. Oh my gosh. Spin it. Come on. Smoking is for nerds, right? In Akihabara, that's where you smoke. Because that's where nerds go. Otaku. There's otaku smoking areas.
We're back in Tokyo right now. Oh,
Yeah, this is back in Tokyo here.
I was having an argument with Spin. I didn't even know we're in Tokyo.
Yeah.
I thought we're still in Kyoto. Kyoto.
Kyoto, actually, an interesting thing about Kyoto is they are very strict about sort of the feel there. So,
Very traditional.
no, like McDonald's in Tokyo, actually, or not in Tokyo, in Kyoto. So, McDonald's, right? They actually had to change the color of the arches.
Mm. Oh, they're too similar to.
No, no, no. Like they weren't allowed to. That's not going with my story. Where is it? There was or maybe it's the one near the Imperial Palace or something. No. Okay, the logo itself is sort of subdued compared to like outside of there. I'm looking at these things. It's like, wait, was I lied to?
It's
Oh no,
okay
it's
to be
brown.
lied to.
It's brown here on the sign. It's brown. So it's a brown
Ah,
background instead of the red on the sign. Like they're allowed to have the like that, but it's brown to
but
sort of
why is wait, but the sign is still red, like the one
there
attached
you
to the
go.
building.
Because to they don't want it to be as obviously, like they want to keep the
McDonald's.
Japanese look and feel.
I see. I
Meanwhile,
see.
I think there's like a big Kia thing
Hey,
here. I don't know.
let the tourists go to McDonald's. You know.
No, exactly. They can, but
I have a feeling
that
so. So one thing, like it's gonna sound bad, but I have a feeling that when my brother comes, he's gonna come with his girlfriend, or gonna be in Kyoto,
yeah,
and she's gonna be like, "Why does it look like so
bland.
old? You know,
So
like
old.
bland."
It's because it is old. Are you guys
And
gonna go to
I'm just
the
I'm just
bamboo
waiting for that.
forest?
Well, I mean, I hope so.
That does not look like the bamboo forest. That is like
It's definitely not in the
that's definitely not
city.
it right there. Um, oh, here it is. I think
I
this
want to
is
go to a bunch of the shrines in Kyoto.
here it is. So here you look at it and it looks like super thick, right? Like this thick bamboo forest. All right, I felt a little bit gypped when I went there.
Oh, you
Okay,
felt gypped? Okay,
I'll show you why.
it's enough. Well, I can
I'll,
see from the size alone.
no, like okay, so you look up and it's like, wow, look at this bamboo forest, and then you look there, it's like, wait, what? That's pretty open. Like you look at like the pictures and it looks like this thing is just like
Like
packed with bamboo.
fully
Like
encapsulated. Yeah.
like you can't see through it. It's so packed with bamboo. Meanwhile, it's like here you're like looking and you can see like everything.
City.
Like it's like look at that. There's a clearing over there. So
I mean, it's
I've
cool.
I felt it. No, it is neat. It is beautiful, right? It's all bamboo in here, and it's a nice place to go. But there's a reason why people are angling their cameras up.
Yeah. So you don't see the how open it is.
Yeah. Spinning it has nothing to do with Japan, so it doesn't fit my narrative. You're right. It doesn't fit my narrative about Japan. But if it did, I would talk about it.
It's a Japan stream spinning.
Yeah. So like
You need to
here,
learn
right?
time.
You look at it from this angle, right? And it looks like,
Looks like, yeah,
it
looks fake.
looks like, wow, look at this thick bamboo forest. You can't see anything. Nobody ever like shows like the picture where you're like just like looking and you can see like the fence there and this clearing.
Yo, this
Don't
stream is getting political now.
don't say gypped. No, well
I shouldn't say it.
you shouldn't. It's probably not a very nice thing, especially to people, Roma peoples, who have been typically viewed negatively. Yeah, granted there are some areas, right, where it's like this and you're like, okay, that's that's a thick bamboo forest right there. And like that's what I was expecting it to be like all over, but it wasn't. It was more like this in a lot of areas. This is
Well, it's
kind
not in
of
the middle.
it's kind of it's like a section here in, right? So you're sort of in there. But that
It's
is
like
a famous that is a very famous area to go to in Japan, especially in Kyoto. Uh, but for me, like one of the things that I absolutely loved about Kyoto was not so much the bamboo forest. It was more so just like being downtown, and there was there was a place on the river that, but it was on like a smaller river, and we had some like we had like Kobe beef on the river, and
Oh, nice.
it was so good.
Damn,
And
you got banned. How much does Kobe beef cost in Japan?
it's super expensive there too, except it's local if you're in
Luca.
Kyoto, because Kobe is right here.
Yeah, super close.
You know,
Port Island.
yeah. So, but yeah, in there's an old area, actually too. If you wanna sort of impress somebody, I think what is it? Instead of
Okay.
arigato gozaimasu
Uh-huh.
in Kyoto, you say okini.
Mhm,
Okini,
mhm.
I think
Okay.
is thank
Good
you
to know.
in okini.
Good to know. Good to know. I'm actually meeting so one of my friends, well not yeah,
Oh
so
no,
one of the
oh
people I
yeah,
know,
yeah, Osaka and I think Kyoto, yeah. And it's the
Okini,
way to say thank you is okini.
very much shorter, which is good.
Yeah, it was funny. I remember a taxi driver telling us that. It was funny.
Everyone's so nice.
Yeah, no, like it's really like in Japan too. Like if you're having trouble finding somewhere, or like doing something, like if you have trouble finding somewhere, people will sometimes like actually like take you there,
Uh-huh.
like lead you there themselves to show you.
Well, I'm sure it's hard. Like the
Right? Like here, it's like you ask someone like, "How do you get here?" You're like, "Oh yeah, go down the street, right, left, and then straight until you find it, and see you later." And it's like it might not even be the right directions. They just like just to get
they
them
just
out of your
point you.
hair, right? But
Yeah.
let me see if I can find there's like a more like traditional area that we were
Yeah, with
in
me.
that was sort of uh close to some of these like smaller waterways. Um and it was just really cool. There's actually in Kyoto, there is an area where you can actually see uh actual geisha walking
Okay.
around. So
Okay.
you have to be in a certain area, and I think it's like around midnight or so is when they come out and they'll go to where they're going.
That sounds
And
cool.
like
That sounds
actual
cool.
legit geisha. And also in Kyoto, one of the cool things about Kyoto is you'll see people walking around in like yukata and kimono.
Oh, one of the things I wanted to get actually when I on my trip to Japan is those sandals, those
Oh yeah.
wooden
Oh,
sandals.
you'll find those will be in that Nishiki market for sure. That Nishiki market, there'll be
Those
sandals
are
in
like
there.
what I really want.
Yeah. That Nishiki market will definitely have those sandals. But yeah, it's a much more, yeah, definitely much. Oh, here you go. Higashimi Ward. Like this is in a very
Oh,
much more
wow.
traditional area. You
That
know,
looks amazing.
there's even like the big was it pagoda there, and
I see this online all the time, like people taking
mhm,
pictures here. This is a nice area.
it's absolutely beautiful.
I
And
need to rent myself a kimono.
yeah,
What's
but
the
like
male equivalent?
it's a kimono. Or I have what is it? My wife got me a yukata, which is less formal. And I don't know. I think kimonos for men and women, like there's no.
Mm.
I think they're both kimono. Uh,
I see the guy in
Yukata
the
is like a
background wearing.
little bit less formal version of. Yukata is a little bit less formal version. I think my wife will probably correct me and be like,
This,
no,
this,
not really.
this is so beautiful.
It is absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love Kyoto, and I want to go back and get more of it. Um, Again, like as far as uh, as far as Kyoto is really nice, and then also too when I was in Kanazawa, there was some pretty nice. There's like a samurai house. Is that samurai?
It's funny when I get to because when I get to Tokyo, because I already
Mm,
solo traveled once. I went to Rome. Like I'm
mm,
kind of used to like the whole like oh I don't know like I'm gonna
yeah.
panic a little bit. I don't know where I'm going. So like I'll be okay getting into Tokyo and whatnot because I already
Mm,
know that like whatever happens is kind of fine.
yeah.
But my brother comes to Tokyo, he's gonna be so fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has his girlfriend there, but like it's difficult.
Yeah. This is in Kanazawa as well. As you can see, it's very popular with white people, old white
Yes.
people.
What is this place?
This is in Kanazawa.
Oh, it's
So
hot
this,
dog.
yeah. So this, there's like actually there's like a two Michelin starred garden here, which is kind of
Two
interesting because
Michelin
when
star
y-
card.
yeah, so like when you hear about Michelin stars, uh, you often think restaurants, but they're not just for restaurants. They're for actually like tourist locations.
You know what's crazy? The actual Michelin tire company rates
Yeah.
these places. Like a
Uh
tire company rates them.
my wife just weighed in. Yukata summer kimono. Yes, thank you.
And also Coco inputted that as well.
No, that's my wife.
Oh, that's oh,
That's not
okay.
coconuts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yukata. Yeah, it's yeah, and so this area here, there's a lot of sort of historical. Uh, well, maybe not there, but more down there. There's like the old samurai district. Uh, yeah, Kanazawa is like it has its own sort of charm as well. In addition, it's smaller even so than but yeah, this
I
garden
see.
here was really beautiful. This just
Yeah. Well, maybe maybe now that we're talking so much about Kyoto, maybe what I'll do is I'll go to Tokyo 1 or 2 days and then
mhm,
JR rail over to Kyoto and then visit my friend,
mhm.
and then come back to Tokyo for my brother gets back
Yeah,
or my
because
brother.
yeah, it might be more his style. Also, too, when you're in Japan, Japan has probably the most amazing, and by amazing I mean like powerful, ridiculous energy drinks in the world.
Wow. Oh, I read recently that they increased baldness in men, like they
Yeah,
accelerated.
except
And if
the ones the ones in Japan, they also have
green tea.
no, some of them have nicotine in them.
Oh, okay.
So like it's like caffeine,
Addiction as
taurine,
well.
nicotine,
Hey,
and
hey, Roblox, go vacation smoke and
no,
nicotine in
don't, don't do it, don't do it. 1 second, I gotta go put this gin and tonic back into nature, and I'll be right back.
You guys be stuck with me now.
All right, I'm back.
Amazing. Yo, so I need to take a before you do anything, take a look at 7-Eleven's Instagram page. I'll show you.
7011.
Yeah, just I'll show you. I'll tell you. It's the one of the reasons why I like them so much. They actually got into like a big car culture thing. So 7-Eleven, the page is has a bunch of like sick cars and imports, a lot of JDM. I don't know why, but this is it's just what they do
All I see is a bunch of stuff about
on their
hotels.
Instagram page.
Yeah.
No, like 7-Eleven, the convenience store.
Oh, 7-Eleven.
Yeah,
I thought you said 70-11. I'm like, 70-11 is like this
no, no, no.
travel thing where it's like, who are these people? What are they even doing in this? 7-Eleven
how do I?
Insta?
Yeah, 7-Eleven Insta. You won't be able to scroll too far
Yeah.
down, but you see like a bunch
Yeah.
of cars.
Let's
You
go
see an
here.
RX-7, see a nice Porsche. You see Supra, GTR.
Yeah. Let's see. 7-Eleven
And it's like,
Instagram. Oh, yeah. It's a wild looking Grinch right there. My.
they have a car of the year, 2022.
Oh, man.
This is why I like 7-Eleven. They just like they somehow they're like a car convenience store now.
Yeah. Just make sure that when you go to Japan, you don't call it 70-Eleven.
What
The
do I, oh, what do I call it?
7-Eleven.
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 They
7.
have cigarettes. Right?
Yeah. They have
Cool.
everything. They have cigarettes. They have beer. There's some places they'll even have cigarette vending machines on the outside.
Ooh.
So there's cigarette vending machines, which you shouldn't use because smoking is bad.
I promote it.
It will destroy you and your body. But
What's
yeah,
wrong with smoking for 2 weeks out of the year? Come on, guys.
it's just not good because it's addictive. It could addict you to it. So, but yeah, I highly recommend. Yeah, if the jet lag is real though when you get there. I'm not gonna lie. For
Sure.
me, it takes like a week roughly to get right.
So how do you accelerate that, or you just let it
The
take its
energy
course?
drinks help.
Energy drinks.
Energy drinks help. They'll help you keep your keep your mind going and keep going. The best thing in my opinion, especially if you're a youngster like you, it's
Yeah.
you push through and you
Uh-huh.
and you get
Get the enjoyment.
exactly. Well,
Enjoy
you push through and then you
pass out at the end of the night.
yeah, it the real thing is that the key is not to fall asleep during the day when you're there.
Yes.
And you know what you can do is that because inevitably you're going to be waking up at like 5 a.m. in the morning and not being able to go to sleep, right? After your first night, you're going to wake up at 5 a.m. Not going to be able to go to sleep. Highly recommend just like walking around.
Yeah, why not?
Checking things
See the
out
sunrise.
and well you can walk around, you can check things out, you could take some pictures where it's like going to be pretty like deserted. It'd be kind of neat too if you're like initial time there maybe staying somewhere near like Shibuya
That's what I'm gonna do.
where like the scramble crossing is, right?
Yeah.
And you can I think where's it, the Shibuya, yeah, right near Shibuya station. Where are you? Scramble crossing. Is this it here? No. I gotta look on.
That's what I totally plan to do if I wake up early. Just
well, you can go and like Shibuya might be like kind of deserted. There it is. The Shibuya Scramble crossing.
yeah, Shibuya was actually built off it's made from Persona.
Mm-hmm. Also, there's the Hachiko Memorial Statue. You ever heard of Hachi?
No.
Hachiko is
Little dog.
a dog that
Thanks
its
for
owner
the
was
advice.
its owner was a professor,
Uh-huh.
Um, and the dog would always come to the train station every day and wait for him to return. So it'd
Mhm.
come like an hour before he got back. And my wife, 5 a.m. Shibuya, you'll find drunks. There you go.
Good to know, yeah.
Shibuya is a reference to a persona, right? No, it's not. But yeah, uh, the that intersection, you drive normally through that intersection, Ani. It's you're just driving here and here, and then there's like a little side thing. This here is just like crosswalks, and so what'll happen is there'll be a time when this is allowed. I think there's a time when I think all crosswalks can be used at the same time. Or there might be a time when it's like this crosswalk and these, but like you can turn down here or something. But I don't know. But anyways, back to Hachiko. Hachiko is was a dog that belonged to a professor, and he would wait for the professor at the station every day for him to return from work. And well, one time
That's
one day the professor died at work,
hmm
and the dog just waited there and kept waiting and waiting and
that's
waiting.
really sad.
And the people who were at the station, they knew that the dog was waiting for the professor who was dead. And so they fed, I think they kept feeding him and kept him, and he sort of I think that's how the story goes. I got to double check how the story goes. But regardless, he waited there and he waited at the station until the dog died. I'm pretty sure he didn't starve. I'm pretty sure people were like feeding him and keeping him alive, but he was so faithful to his owner that he stayed there until he died as well, waiting for him to return.
I'll have to go and give it some pets.
Oh, look,
My
people
dog.
have been giving it pets. You can see on the leg here.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I think over here too. There's a Starbucks, a big one of those Starbucks flagship stores here.
The only thing I need from Starbucks, I would not drink their coffee, but I'll get one of those location cups that says
That's
Tokyo or Japan.
yeah, but it is pretty wild here. Yeah, there you go. Second story. This is also where you can find the Alice in Borderland people, right? This is actually where the guys are crossing when they get transported to the Borderland.
The
Almost
game?
said that. Wrong. Hachi belonged to Richard Gere. Yeah, you're so right, Shannon. That's awesome. Oh, I can't help it. Oh, Shadow, man. That's hilarious. You're killing me, man. That's awesome. Japan did not rip that off, Spinning. Get out of here. Yeah, Starbucks Japan does have some unique items. They ripped off Shibuya. Who'd they rip it
Yeah,
off from?
Persona, the game.
Oh yeah, they're
Shibuya Persona was built before Shibuya,
oh
Japan.
here's a great thing. Taxis in Japan,
Yeah,
you never have to open or close the door. They have
really.
automatic door openers on the taxi. The taxi driver will be wearing white gloves. There'll be like lace on the headrests of the back seat. You feel like you're in like the lap of luxury when you're riding in a taxi in Japan.
I feel like it would be so nice to go to someone's place in that taxi. Like, so feels so
Oh,
luxurious.
this one takes credit card,
Oh, it does.
but yeah, at night it's pretty wild. I remember when I came for my wife's birthday. I don't think we were in Shibuya, but we went for we went out and did karaoke after we had it was so funny when I first visited my wife in Japan. We did uh we we she we went out for a birthday, and I was like, you got to pick a restaurant because I don't know where to go for your birthday. I don't know anything about Tokyo, so we went to an Italian restaurant, and then the next day we went to she wanted to show me a hamburger place, and it was funny because I went for like the first 3 days in Japan. I didn't eat any Japanese food. And not intentionally either. I wasn't trying to avoid it or anything, but it just ended up being like that way. So it was pretty funny.
What about how's the sushi in Tokyo?
Amazing.
Is it good?
Absolutely
Very
amazing.
good to hear.
Like it's so good. And here's the funny thing is like one of the things I absolutely love about tonkatsu is the way it tastes with the rice. And the
I thought you,
rice in
I
Japan,
thought you were gonna say with beer.
no, it tastes great with beer too, man. But the rice, it's so like soft and fluffy, and like there's like a sweetness to it too in Japan. Like it's so good. And I don't know, you like if you eat rice when you come home from Japan, you'll notice it. Oh, karaage with the rice.
So
You shut up, Spinny. You're
funny
making
enough,
me hungry now too.
this whole time I've been in this stream,
Hmm.
we just been looking at food and I've just been hungry all the time.
Oh my
I
gosh.
haven't said anything.
I know. Uh, but yeah, it's food in general is going to be so good in basically everywhere. Uh,
It can't come sooner, honestly.
yeah, and yeah, if you do like ryokan, that'll also be a really cool experience.
I should
Um,
start with smoking again so the
there you
appetite
go.
goes.
Let me see. There was a ryokan that I went to on. This is now in near oh wait, yeah, Kanazawa. Ah, Nanao. That's where I was. Nanao, right. It was right on the water. Like mm, that's the oh no, that's the fish market that I was looking at before. And the hotel is like right around oh, I think it's like this one. One of these two. I think. Yeah. There's like this is the onsen. So there's
And
these like oh, you can't see it. Let me just get this guy. Oh, stupid like border on this thing is like but yeah, you can
get
see
the
it
idea.
here. Like yeah, there's like these are like made of cedar, these seats. This is all like solid cedar wood construction. And you've got like this hot water here. And you're
Probably has
sitting
no
here.
or nails either, only joints.
Yeah. And you're just sitting here, absolute nakers, looking out into the water.
Wait, hold on. Repeat that part. You're sitting here as an onsen.
Yeah, this is onsen. So you
Oh,
got
you're
like a
literally naked as fuck.
yeah, you're totes naked. Although
And
I think this is the second story, so this is where the ladies go.
you hear
But
that, ladies? You're on top of the man.
yeah, well, they figure they could put the guys at ground level because nobody wants to go see them.
That's true.
So we're just it's like at ground level. It's like, well, your fault for coming by and looking. That's sort of the attitude. But yeah, this is where the guys are. So here it's like you're in the glass and there's like an outdoor section as well. I love it. Like just like this is all like cedar, so like the hot water in there just sort of steams it up. And yeah, like absolutely delicious.
Looks really good.
See, we were in a room that didn't have beds. It had actually just tatami floor with
Like a futon or something.
yeah, with a futon. Yeah. So it was no, it was amazing. Oh yeah.
This looks good.
Yeah, and this is like, you get brought this for like dinner. And there's just like so much stuff that's brought to you. And yeah.
Yeah,
It's
man, I don't know, man. This. I know it's like 100 days away, 108 days maybe.
mhm.
And it's all these so excited for it.
Yeah, there's just like a ton of things. If you're going to go up though around this area, you definitely have to rent a car. Like this area. And driving around this area is really easy, especially compared to like Tokyo or something. Like Tokyo's like it can get pretty crazy driving in Tokyo. But yeah, you can also
Yeah,
drive
I
out
know.
to Mount Fuji if you have time or you want to, or you know.
What do you suggest it? Or
Um
should I just take a scenic JR route around it?
honestly, I would save Mount Fuji for like your second trip or your third trip. Um
Mm.
do it when you're like more like with like outdoorsy type people as well. I don't know if you're going with outdoorsy people or
No,
whatnot, but
my brother's outdoorsy, but not as a
yeah.
not as a companion.
Yeah, so like there's a lot of like neat things to do around Mount Fuji, like camping areas and stuff. I think on this Lake Yamanaka, there's camping areas where you can go like camping, and it's beautiful. You can see like, you know, well, you can't see Mount Fuji in that because there's clouds, but you see, views like this from the lake.
Yeah, very nice.
And but it's there's there's so much, and again, it's like you can't do it in all of Japan in 2 weeks, and there's no
No,
reason to try and do it in 2 weeks. You
I'm
go
not gonna
there,
come back.
hit some places that you're gonna like, get some really nice experiences, some nice memories, uh, you know, and really go back again and again and again.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it. All right, see you later, Spinne. Have a good night. I gotta go too soon, so it's almost 1. Thank you
Yeah,
for
this is
stopping
almost
by,
one.
Spinne. Hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Do it
Well,
now. Oh my gosh, yeah, 3.5 hours. Like I said, I could just go on for hours and hours and hours about Japan.
yeah, well, hopefully I can too when I get back, you know?
No, I think you will. Like, you're gonna be loving the transit in Tokyo. The transit in Tokyo is amazing, like second to none.
So
Um,
I have story time about TTC.
oh yeah.
It sucks. It's like, so I was going on Thursday, I was meeting some person,
Mm,
and I had to go to the art museum,
yeah.
and going there, the subway was completely dead. Like
Mm,
someone serious medical thing
yeah.
happened, and so in the pouring rain, I had to go walk all the way
Oh
there.
my goodness.
And then on Saturday, and my brother and my friends came over to Toronto, and they invited me to a
Mm,
restaurant.
yeah.
I had to go take the subway. Someone was
Mm.
on the track, subway dead.
Ah,
So the past two times I
oh,
needed the subway, it just doesn't
that's
work.
that's sad.
So I'm very happy to just
Well,
be
that
here.
that happens in Japan too, unfortunately. But
Well,
not
whatever. We can walk.
no, it's a sad thing. It's in the moment you think about the inconvenience, but at the end of the day, it's just really sad.
No, it is. It is. Like it's not.
So
It's definitely like whoever's affected by it. This is not
yeah.
great.
But like in general, though, aside from that, TTC is a hot pile of garbage. Uh, just gonna say it.
Yeah,
It's
I agree.
it's just so bad. And
And
you realize you don't realize how bad TTC is until you go to a place with like proper transit.
the only place I've been that had proper transit was
Europe.
London. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
I've been to
And
Paris.
yeah.
I didn't really like that transit system. and Rome
Yeah.
sucked as well.
I'm very interested to hear your take on the transit system in Tokyo because I haven't been to European cities, so I can't compare it. But I can compare Tokyo to North American cities, and yeah,
The
not
only thing I can say
even
about
close.
London is that their trains don't really have AC. So the way
Mm.
that you get like fresh air is that all the windows are open on the train.
Oh
So
my.
you just get this gust of air coming in, almost blowing you off your feet.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's the only thing I could say. But I'm very interested. The one thing I have a concern of is that like my one of my family members may want to join us, and she's a bit older, and
Okay.
she doesn't really like walking. So I'm like, oh fuck, like somehow I need to get it. I need to spread a message that like I if like I want to do my own stuff, and if she can't, uh,
Well, she's willing to pay for taxis.
yeah, if she's willing to pay for taxis,
Why not? But
yeah,
but yeah, there is a good amount of walking. Um, tell her that you're planning to go to Mount Fuji, climbing the top. I have had decent experience with Montreal's transit system. I would say Montreal's transit system is probably one of the best in North America. But again, I compared to Tokyo, it's really minimal. Let's just put it that way. Uh, you know, there's let me just see here. It's like train maps. That doesn't show train maps. I was like, will it show the train? Oh wait, no. I think there's like a filter that you can show
you could probably just maybe
transit.
just see the metro map on the
Oh, here we
Tokyo.
go. Traffic transit. Here we go. Transit.
Oh, where is it? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's like
Oh
not
yeah,
like
that's good. That's good.
they go everywhere. And
I mean, there's still some distance between them though.
yeah, no, like there's it's a pretty wild. There's a lot of loops because nothing goes through the Imperial Palace here. Everything
Yeah,
goes around it, so it's kind of annoying if you want to go from like one side to the other. Right? If you want to go to like I don't know Tokyo Station to Shinjuku, you're going
going
around,
back Roblox.
right? Oh, Robloxix is on his phone in bed watching too. Oh my goodness! If Robloxix is in bed, I need to go to
Yeah,
bed.
yeah. That was just about to say. Why is
Yeah,
he in?
I know. It's like gonna be like 6 a.m. in the morning. Be like, yeah, and also this part of Japan, and I'm just gonna end it with this though. Talking about Japan. All right, I haven't been to anywhere up here, and I haven't been to anywhere down here. Nor have I been to Okinawa, which is down here as well.
Very far down.
Yeah. So
Like,
there's so much of Japan that I haven't even seen. Like Hokkaido, never been anywhere there. I hear it's absolutely beautiful. If you want to be, if you want to impress some, if you want to kind of make it impress somebody, if somebody's serving you any sort of dairy product in Japan, ask them if it's from Hokkaido, because that's where like all like the top quality like dairy, it all comes from Hokkaido. That's where all the
good to know.
cows are. But yeah, except for Kobe, that's where all the fat cows are. But yeah, like I only know like this little belly here of Japan, and there's like so much more. There's like the southern islands here, Nagasaki, and there's so many different like foods that you can get. Like even if you want to look at like the the breadth of ramen across the country, there's so much different, like from one end to the other, differences in even ramen, across the board. So it's it's a really cool country. I need to look at more of it. I can't wait to go back. I'm kind of jealous that you're going. I'm exceptionally jealous that you
Yeah,
got
my
tickets for $1,200. Man.
yeah, it was a good deal. It's a good deal, and I used my points, so it was only $500 total.
Yeah. You know what, Robloxix? Japan might as well just be Tokyo. Mm,
Mm,
Honestly, for a lot of people, that's all the Japan they ever see. So that's maybe what, for some people, that's what it is, but it's so much more than just Tokyo. I can tell you that. Even like the difference between people from Osaka and Tokyo. It's, a lot different mentality, even like different dialects of Japanese between them. Uh, it's very different. But there's a sameness through it as well, which is kind of cool as well. So, uh, but yeah, for some people, the only Japan they see is Tokyo. They're like, oh, anime, oh, Tokyo, that's it. But
Shibuya,
huh?
Shibuya arc. Just
Shibuya
you
Arc,
guys
yeah. Yeah, there you go.
go there during Halloween.
Yeah. But no, it's an amazing place to visit. And there's very few things in Japan that have ever disappointed me. Service in Japan is absolute top notch. There's no such thing as like tipping. Um, there's no, like, people just do their best because it's their pride at work. Uh, they take pride in their work, and they do their best, and it's absolutely amazing. Like, you even have like people at like stores, bringing your bag to the edge of the store in the mall, giving you your bag and bowing as you leave the store.
It's not wrong when you think of it as vending machines.
It's
There's
true. There is a
huge culture there.
there are a buttload of vending machines in Japan. And it's understandable that that would be sort of the thing that pops in your head. And the vending machines
Make
are
a few days.
awesome.
You can make a few days just exploring vending machines.
You could. There's a ton of different types of vending machines. There's alcohol vending machines.
Those are
Um,
the ones I'm interested in.
there's cigarette vending machines. There
Maybe.
are drink.
Perhaps.
There's cold drink and hot drink vending machines. And I know you're thinking like hot drink, yeah, like it makes a coffee and it pours it for you. No, there's like hot coffee in a can, and it's like heated inside of the vending machine.
There's also food ones as well where it makes
Yeah.
food.
No, but like how like a coffee vending machine for hot coffee, you think like it grinds and brews it there. But it's like they have like heated cans in the vending machine for like hot tea and hot coffee.
The tea sounds really good. I might just have
Yeah.
one. But
And
I
you know
need to
what?
have that cash on me.
Dude, I'm not
Shit.
gonna. Yeah, well, you gotta have change, and that's what you do is you go and you pay cash for something, and you get change, and you use that change to get something from the vending machine. Although vending machines do take bills as well, so. But yeah, oh yeah, the vending machines are awesome though. Like, you can get, and the coffee from them is actually half decent. Like, it's better. Like, the coffee from vending machines in Japan is actually better than I would say easily better than McDonald's or Tim Hortons, for sure.
Oh, does wonder if even knows what Tim Hortons is. Either way,
Roblox
like
probably doesn't know, knowing knowing what little I know of where he's from,
yeah,
at least from his time zone. There's a good
yeah.
chance he doesn't know about Tim Hortons. But yeah, it's no, I can't wait to go back though. Um,
Yeah.
I miss it
When
so
you gonna
much.
go back?
I was hoping maybe
Might be a
this
long
year
time now,
sometime,
right?
but yeah, we got a baby on the way, so we can't really
Yeah.
go. So I gotta wait. Yeah, that's what I figured. You're not Canadian, so you probably don't know much about Tim Hortons, aside
You
from
know
the
they have
fact
Tim
that it
Hortons
is
in America,
Canadian.
right?
They do have it in America, but only like very limited areas. But yeah, I think the earliest we'd probably be able to go to Japan is maybe like Christmas time. Uh,
Even then, that's like, oh man, that's gonna be tough.
uh, I've done it with a 3-month-old, so what's the difference with a 6-month-old?
That's true.
Thing is, like, up until 2 years, they're
Right.
free on tickets, right? So
Are you serious?
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So that's why when you have kids, it's a pain in the butt to travel when they're under 2, but it is free because they can sit on your lap. But I'll tell you this much: the trip to Japan, you want to pay for that seat. Trust me, you want to pay for
13
that seat.
hours, boys.
Well, here's the thing. When we went the first time, actually the first time we went, we had our little one on our lap, and it was basically we were handing her off one to the other person the entire time. She refused to sleep in like the bassinet that they
Hey,
supplied.
welcome to the bots and chat.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Uh-oh.
We got the
Report.
virtual. We're talking about
There we
Japan.
go. Report. Okay. Sexy info. There are no free Vert Girls chat in my city. I will remove you. And I will remove you. Sucky, stinky piece of garbage.
Very icky.
I will
No good.
hide you. How do I no. Hidden, timed out. I'm gonna report them. And then
Guys, can we get a report in chat, please?
Yeah, can we get this reported? Reporting them for false advertising. I clicked on the link. There was nothing. I'm just kidding. Website noted. Roblox 6, you get your... Yeah, get away from that.
Legal age.
Yeah, come on. Go smoke a cigarette or something instead.
Yeah,
just kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't. I'm kidding.
Like
don't.
I said, vacation smoking doesn't.
No, it does. Don't. Smokers are jokers. Don't do it. It's bad. All right, but we're gonna leave it at that. I can't wait to go back. I might go back, and I'm hoping to go back maybe Christmas, but it'll probably be I'm thinking maybe spring 2024. It'd be nice. Maybe go for cherry blossoms. If you are traveling there, end of April, I don't know, you might have to go up to like
you have to go
Akita or something to get to the cherry blossoms.
Damn,
but there might be a it's a Japan cherry blossom map. Let's see. Japan cherry blossom map. There we go. So you got your okay, this is 2020.
All right, let's see.
Okay, so here, we're going to go here.
Okay, well, they're all kind of...
Okay, so yeah, you got to go like to Sapporo.
Photo.
Cool though, eh? How it's like...
That's far.
Different areas. You'd have to go really far north. Hey, 420. Annie, come on. I'm going to get like kicked off of YouTube for telling Robloxians to smoke. And now you're talking about 420. I'm going straight to jail. Straight to jail.
That's me.
Straight to jail. Straight to jail. Straight to jail. All right. I gotta call it a night. Because it's getting a little bit crazy here. And I want to say though, thank you though everybody for watching. Annie, Robloxians,
don't forget Spinny.
Shano, Spinny, Coco, you too freaky for hanging out, Pizza Light, man, all you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really, really appreciate it. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. I think most of you have. Thank you guys for like rocking the chat. It was so much fun. And honestly, guys, like, yeah, Japan is such I miss it so much, and it's has such a close, such a special spot in my heart. So, thank you guys for joining and just like tolerating my passion for it. And I hope there was some good, useful information. Again, too, if you have follow-up questions or something, throw it in the comments below. And you know, if not, then you know, you can always comment below, and I think comments help the video too somehow. I don't know. It makes YouTube be like, oh, people like this and they talk about it. This is cool. We should show more people. But yeah, so if it was helpful, hit it with that thumbs up. If you have any questions, pop it in the old comment section below. I'm running on fumes here, and I just want to say thank you again. Hopefully your trip goes amazing, Freaky Monday.
Thank you.
And also too, oh sorry, I forgot. Randomly, if you do want to support the channel, down there in the chat is a link to my wife's store, where she is selling her artwork. It's free for you to check it out, and it only costs something if you want to buy it.
Guys, there's no cover charge. This
Yeah, there's
isn't
no
normal.
cover charge. You don't have to pay to enter the website. It's free to enter and free to look.
You don't even have to pay for it.
Yeah,
Just go in.
exactly. But once you look, you might want to pay for it. And if you do, we would appreciate it if you did. But yes, thanks again though, for watching. And yeah, obviously too, Freaky, if you have more questions, I'm pretty sure they'll come up. I'm always
I have
happy to
time,
answer
yeah.
them. Yeah, it doesn't
Good
have
time.
to. We don't have to set up another stream. Don't worry. You just fire them away, and I'm happy to answer them.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. I hope you have an amazing time. You and your friends and your fam that comes by.
Yes,
I
for
think
sure.
you guys are gonna have a blast. It's a lot of fun there.
Yeah, I have to make sure I plan it well though. So
Yeah.
that's
I'll
the part of the process now.
I'll I'll help you out with what little I can. But yeah.
For sure.
All right. You have a good night, man.
Good night.
All right.
Good night,
Good
guys.
night. And
Bye.
good night, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.